What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Come on, drip god. Drip god.
All right,
Deke did through on the sweater. Drip god.
I do got a good fit today.
Oh, he fire, ladies and gents. Deke fire. Bro, what's the word, bro? Who you going to see later today, man? Go ahead and tell me the truth, man. Because I seen you earlier. You was fresh, but you old fresh like this is fresh to death. Like you had a whole nother drip early on today. That was like your brunch fit.
Yeah.
Now
that's
you
what I
got
was going for.
Yeah. Now it's like okay, he didn't took off the shooter shirt. He in his uniform now. I'm like, bruh, shout out, yes sir.
I just thought it'd be a good idea to start off the weekend right.
Hey, bro, you're fresh as a bug, bro. It look good. Fly than a pelican.
I do what I can.
That's what they call you. Fly than a pelican, baby.
Yeah, it's a good sweater.
Yes, indeed, man.
Not even gonna front about it.
Yeah.
Shout out to the people who made it.
Hey, look, I ain't even peep you as the sweater guy like that. Like, bro, that's drippy. The sweater's a look, bro. That's a vibe, man.
Yeah, this one's cool.
That for a fact's a vibe.
Thank you.
I like it, bro. Salute you, man. Salute you.
Richard Arbizo is asking me, where's the chain?
Uh-oh.
That's next.
They said get my man right on the neck, man.
Yeah.
Tell you, he's a phone call away. Whenever he's ready for that, man, we out there. All right? Whenever he's ready.
We'll
Cheer,
get there.
man. You see, stop playing with Deke, man. All right? Y'all better stop playing with Deke. Deke said, okay, weekend time. It's Friday Junior. Shout out to Official Momentum. All right? But he said it's a Friday Junior, so he said he got to put on that fresh drip today. I'm in off-season mode, so I'm on full basketball time. Shout out to G. He had the Jimmy Butler on today, bro.
And you got the Reeboks on. We were talking about them yesterday.
Yeah, man. You know, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, broke out the OG Kobe. I'm a more Kobe 8 versus 24. I like the little baby fro. That was my thing. But, yeah, man, I had my Reebok questions on from when Kobe was a sneaker free agent, you know? So, shout out to the gold toe question mids. So, yeah, man. But, bro, you fly. I'm like just hip-hop fly. That's like... Bro, you could hit them with whatever fly. Like you pull up to the function, they're like, ooh, might catch you in Burn with the fire stogie. Ooh, might catch you out in let's see, Lamont. You know what I'm saying, on the late night, sucking up your Chardonnay or something like that. Could definitely peep it off the hook, you know, giving out chick magnet vibes. And then you can't go wrong. You would even be on the North Shore somewhere just, what's up, baby? How we living over here? Like, you just got all that versatility today, bro. Salute you, man. Salute you.
Doing what I can.
Man.
Yeah, but today was great. We got to meet.
Man.
Talk some shop.
Vibe it up, man. Like we supposed to, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, now we're here now. You notice with the weather, it feels like you could go out golfing.
I peep exactly what you're saying.
But you see the ground.
It's not what you needed to be, bro. And that was, I thought about that yesterday when I was going to hit you about golf, and I'm like, yeah, this ain't golfing weather, bro. I see exactly what you mean
there.
now.
Like, it's there. Like, it's warm
But I see exactly
enough.
what you mean. Yep.
The ground's just way too soggy.
Yeah. And it's still low-key enough, like, other crummy snow still around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, that ain't
Might
what
be
you
a snow
trying
power too out
you
there.
ain't trying to be out in that. Yeah. But we getting there, though. This weather is turning around for us in comparison to what it
Hopefully.
felt like, man.
This is like the worst time of the year.
Yeah.
In my opinion. This is the worst
All right, let me hear
stretch.
you. Let me hear you.
Yeah, once Christmas and New Year's is over,
Yeah.
I don't want any more cold. I don't want any more winter.
said,
I don't
"I'm
want
done
any
with
more
that."
dead trees out there.
Get me to spring. I'm just
Yes.
ready for spring now, man.
Give me like a week or two after New Year's. Actually, still give me some cold throughout the playoffs. But once the conference championships are done, which will be this week.
Super Bowl needs to be kind of neutral weather. Like, not a cold Super Bowl. We like warm
Yep.
or mid
Start heating
weather
it up.
Super Bowl.
Start heating it up.
Yeah.
Give me that spring weather.
Yeah, springtime is where
It
it's
just
at.
it starts to get depressing whenever you're end of January, February. It's just 20, 30 degrees,
Like,
and
you
you look
look
outside. It's dreary as hell, but
like
you
you
don't
want a
have any
tree.
like good holidays to look forward to.
Well, you got. Let's see. Yeah. Well,
No good
Valentine's
holidays.
Day. Nah. Yeah, you're right. Ain't no real
Thanksgiving and
good
Christmas.
ones.
Those are the top two. We
Yeah.
already peaked.
Yeah. Outside of Halloween, I mean, where we at now, man? We gotta wait till 4th of July. Yeah.
Yeah, depending on how you feel about Easter. I think Easter's a solid one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think 4th of July tops Easter.
Well, because Easter is still more like religious based. So if you're not like a going to church person, and you ain't got like the little people, what exactly are you celebrating all the way? You know what I mean? Because it's like You got the Easter egg hunt for the kids, or you got the people that go to church for Easter Sunday. So I was like, I'm with it though. That's definitely, I would say Easter is bigger than Valentine's Day if we had to rank.
Yeah, for sure.
Richard Arbizo definitely said that Valentine's Day is coming up though, so that might be on his mind. That might be a big holiday for him.
Well, yeah, we got a lot of players in the chat. So.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all the players and the playettes. We ain't gonna forget y'all over there, ladies. We know some playettes in the building, all right? So salute both of y'all. Yeah, man. You know, for the Valentine's Day people out there, we ain't gonna, minimize y'all special day for all the lovers out there. Shout out to the lovers. Do it for DeMar, do it for Tay-Tay, little Taylor Swift and Kelsey and all them. Yeah, man.
Oh, I wanted to ask TG that. If he
it's
felt,
official, yeah.
Yeah, if he felt like the relationship was legit at this point.
I think that was the next step in the relationship,
I'm seeing engagement rumors now.
Listen, when you throw the heart up in prime time on the road, Mahomes' first playoff game versus Josh Allen on top of that, and you do this, yeah, bruh. It didn't even matter if she was in that actual section of the stadium. Like, if that was her suite, the fact that he threw it up, everybody knew it meant one or two things. It's either love for DeMar or he's saying he love his boo-boo. It's one or the other, bro. So I'm going to just assume that it was to his boo-boo. That's what I'm assuming. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I think it was.
Yeah. Look good, though, man. So, yeah, shout out to the love out there, man. So maybe he's excited about Valentine's Day.
Leah Warren wants to skip it.
Ooh. I'm team skip. I ain't tripping on Valentine's Day. But wifey don't be tripping on Valentine's Day either. So I think that might be why I don't be tripping with it. But I could get it, though. I can understand, man. Some people, swear by the holiday, bro. It's like a divide, though. Like, some people like, yo, if you don't give me no on Valentine's Day, you ain't really with me. You don't really rock with me like that. Then you got the other ones like, you better not be doing that for me on no Valentine's Day. If somebody got to tell you to do it, get out of here.
Yeah, right. Yeah. If you're relying on a holiday to profess your love or show that you care, you might be a little too far down.
Yeah.
On just what you bring to the relationship.
Hey, look, man, if you don't get this part right, then I don't want to be with you. Like, dang, that's cold-blooded. Sheesh. How we get to that point? Yeah. Be like that, though, man. It be like that.
Other than that, life's good.
I like it, man. I like it. Shoot, I ain't tripping on nothing. I'm trying to think. JMU won last night. Shout out to the JMU men's basketball team, moving to 18-2 on the season. Beat the heck out of ODU. Man, we just trying to make some noise. You know that, man. We walk softly. We just carry this big stick. No. When they lost the second one, it was like a week ago. They took them out of it, but they still flirting with it. They might bump around, be back in it next week. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm liking that, man. Them dudes looking good. Squad looking right. Sure, life's good. All things considered. So yeah, man.
And you know what? I not only checked Pitt's football schedule. We were talking about that a little bit earlier, but I did check their hoop schedule.
All right,
we're coming off that big win against Duke, and I was like, can we keep it up? Can we go on a run?
Yeah.
Or do we screw ourselves too early with these 7 losses? It's light. It's lighter. I think we can get by. There's probably like 11 games left, 11 or 12 games left. I think we can get by with losing like 3 or 4 of them.
Okay.
Finish like 20-10, something like that.
Because that's what
20
I'm
and
trying.
11. Have a couple big wins.
I feel like for JMU, they got the signature win of knocking off Michigan State when they were the 1 seed before it everything collapsed after that. So we got the signature win. We're going to end with about 20.
That's what I was going to ask.
20 plus wins,
do you need
bro.
The conference championship?
I just don't.
Or can you get in that
large?
I
don't know, bro. I feel like we got a legit chance to get in that large. I just don't know how the NCAA views Sun Belt specifically for basketball because this is our first year really watching that part. You know what I mean? So I don't even know how they viewed like that, man. But they go in with about 20 plus wins, man. And they got, like I said, the Michigan State when they was the top seed at their spot too.
Yeah, weren't they number 4?
No, they were number 2, I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah, they were the 2 seed.
Up there.
Yeah, they were the 2 seed, man. But knocked them off at their spot before everybody got after it. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So I'm like, that's the signature.
Oh, have they been bad since?
Well, they've dropped a couple since then.
Okay.
Yeah, they're still in the mix, but they definitely aren't.
They're not
what that was
number
at the
2.
beginning. Yeah,
they're not number 2 anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm in a sense, all right, you got that, but the 20 plus wins is gonna be fire. That's gonna be a big number, and then we see what the tournament look like, man. Yeah.
Well, best of luck.
Heck yeah, man. Likewise, man. Maybe we'll meet. Have a little fun.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And then there's beef.
No, it's not beef. It does not need to be beef, man. It is JMU is not Buffalo, and Buffalo is not beefing with daggone Pittsburgh. We talked about that, and we're going to talk about it again. There is no beef. Zero beef. Okay? Anywho.
Steelers Buffalo beef established 2019.
Yeah. Next week we over here like, yeah, man, I seen JMU, bro. They got too much hype in that Sun Belt, bro. I don't like them now. You like, bro, D, how that happen, bro? Man, y'all, I don't care. Y'all was ranked. We want rank. I got beef with y'all now. I'm like, dang, Deke, that's nuts. Yeah.
You should bring someone on, like, say, Pitt JMU playing the tournament. You should bring someone on from JMU before the game.
Talk your talk.
And then, we'll see if there's beef.
Look, I'm going to just go to the guy that's going to try to go 40 on y'all. Be like, yo, Terrence Edwards, I need you, bro. I know you just got kicked out last night, but it don't even matter, bro. You nice. So, what's up, baby? Talk that talk real quick, man. Hey.
All right. Should we start the show?
Man, let's get after it today, man, because we are going to officially get to these in-house free agents today, and that's going to be fun. We should be able to get to that today. Then we obviously going to get these picks in. Shout out to Christian Manzi. Shout out to Jaire. Pittsburgh Steelers for life. Also going to update. I don't even need to update the ball. It don't even matter the ball.
I'm up 3.
Oh, yeah, it's a wrap. No. It's a wrap. Yeah.
It's not a wrap.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
You could win these next 3 to tie.
I thought you were up 4.
I
think you were up 4. I think it was 4. I'll check, but I thought it was 4. Because you literally went 3-1 back to back in the postseason, bro.
Oh, so I was up 1 going into the postseason.
No, you were down 1 going into the postseason.
But then I went up 1 last week.
You won 3-1. So that's why I was like, yeah.
Are you sure? I think I might only be up 3 then total.
We'll check it again. But yeah, I was almost certain that it was done.
If you win the last 3,
because
you could tie it.
Nah, we had already looked at it. It was like literally we'd have to include the Pro Bowl as well. Yeah, bro. It was like, yo, it's done.
I don't know if I could do that.
That's why I said it was done. Yeah. But shout out to Jaire though, man. Jaire been keeping them updated,
what
man.
do I get?
See,
we didn't agree to anything. I will admit we didn't put any stakes on any of these picks. And I will also say
this: the problem is this: we didn't do it for the whole year. Cause I'm like regular season, I was way more locked in. Postseason, you see what I was on, bro. I was hyper focused on 2 particular teams, and after that, it's like, bro, I don't even care as long as I just need one of them. So yeah, I was seeking comfort a little bit right there, but I ain't tripping though. But next year, we really gotta like be more consistent with this thing, man. We're gonna have to lock in. All right. So yeah.
I think I'm 2-1 total.
Let me pull it up
on the picks.
Yes, you won the first year. I won the second year, and then you won this year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That feels good at least.
I mean, to an extent.
Just for pride purposes.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that feels kind of good.
Yeah, man. You should feel good.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Every win is a win. Remember that, man. Don't let me minimize your wins.
It sounds like you're trying to.
I thought about it, then I was like, nope, I'm not minimizing it. You worked it. You got it. I ain't even fit to trip on it, baby. I ain't tripping on it. It's kind of like, you know, I be thinking to myself at times, it's like, man, I done looked at the numbers of certain people. It's like, does it really matter as long as you won the one that mattered the most? And that's kind of like how I be feeling. I'm like, you know what, man? Yeah, you watched me in the playoffs, and that's fine. I just got the one that I needed the most, all right? So you can have it. I don't even care. You can have it. But when it was time to get the one I needed the most, Deke, that's the one I got. And yeah, Europe is 31-26.
Yeah, it's over then.
Yeah. Literally, you would wild card 3-1, division round 3-1, bro. Yeah. And that was the difference, man.
Playoff Deke.
So salute
Playoff Deke on the picks.
Salute you, bro. Salute you. Like I said, man, I'm proud of everything that took place this year. All right. We ain't hanging our hats, man. I tip my cap to you, Deke. You got it, bro. You got it.
Thank you.
You got it, bro. I like it, man.
Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's respect.
Yeah. I can, you know, I can just shake a hand and go on with it. I ain't got to be over here pointing fingers and making excuses. Nah, stand up. Respect.
Yeah, even though I don't get anything, I'll take the record.
Yeah.
I'll take the picks record right now.
Take the record.
2-1 on the picks.
Take the 2 away. Or do I get the? I'm gonna use the Lamar, bro. This is like the Lamar first year in the playoffs. Don't get that on his record. That don't count. This is still Joe Flacco. We ain't get the full year out, man. Still, stall me out, bro. Stall me out.
This is like the bubble championship for the NBA.
I was like, yo, this don't count. This is like it was broken down. We started week 7, 15 playoffs. Like how that?
I just went with what was in front of me.
It was 3 weeks and he was washed. Next thing I know, he run the table in the playoffs. And here we go.
Whatever picks were in front of me, that's all I went on.
He caught me at a vulnerable moment. I got hyper focused.
Just like LeBron in the bubble. I mean, there weren't fans there, but he just had to play the games that were in front of him.
And you want to bring up LeBron because you know how I feel about him. Yeah, no. You don't get to use LeBron in this one.
I think
man.
that's what they were saying.
No, that's a little different,
Orlando.
bro. That was different. That was different, man. That don't count. LeBron's counts. This one, I don't know. We just maybe actually, yeah, just a little bit. But yeah, man. So if you already, man, let's roll like how we do it, man. Since you are, we'll call it 1.5 and 1. Maybe that 1.5 and 1. No, just go ahead too.
It's got to be 2.
All right, respect. All right.
You know what? I have a quick Deke thought.
Man, what you got for us?
So this has to do a little bit with what I was talking about with it being about time for spring. I'm getting sick of the winter.
Yeah.
You know? New Year's, I think, is not actually New Year's for me on January 1st.
Okay, let me hear.
I think New Year's should be, for the average football fan,
Yeah.
either when your team gets eliminated from the playoffs or Super Bowl.
I would agree.
You got to pick.
It feels like the year is new right now because of everything that just happened these past 2 weeks. I like your energy on that one, bro.
Yeah. So
it didn't feel like a new year.
People trying to do dry January, or like me, because I was trying to lay off the alcohol in January, but that lasted like 5 days. So I realized I'm like,
but that was a strong 5 though, bro.
Yeah,
remember that.
Days.
That's
so
5.
far, I've been like
That's
10
5,
days.
bro. Come on, man.
I think I've been right now.
Look,
last alcohol I had was that Steeler game.
listen, man.
I've
You
been like
can't
10 days right now.
get to 20 without getting to 5. You got to get the 5 to get to 10. One day at a time, baby. I like it though.
But that's probably gonna stop this weekend. I just gotta be straight up. But I'll start again. See how long I can go. But anyway,
self-awareness too. Shout out to the self-awareness, bro.
Yeah. Whenever the Steelers were playing, it didn't feel like New Year's yet. I was like, this is still part of the Steelers season up to this point. I'm not trying to make any New Year's resolutions, anything like that. Talk to me once the NFL season is over in the Super Bowl, or I think naturally once the Steelers season ended, that's when for me it registered like New Year's. Yeah.
Richard Arbizo.
So I made the take because watching some of these playoff games, it was back in the wild card. I was telling my buddies, we were all watching it together. I was like, I think New Year's is really when the Super Bowl ends. People should do their like dry month after the Super Bowl.
Because you're going to want to drink and enjoy the games while you're watching your people.
And then you can start drinking again like St. Patty's Day. That's your month.
I like that.
We're going to call it like De-tober, like Deke.
So check it out. So Richard Arbizo said that that's what they call the Lunar Year, the Lunar New Year. Okay. I know that's with like over in China, if I remember correctly. They operate off of that calendar. But shoot, I like your vibe, man. Hybrid that thing. It could be like you said, De-tober.
What big events are going on after the Super Bowl and then up till middle of March? What big events you got to worry about, really?
Valentine's Day, that's it. And that's depending on who you know. If you with the right person,
it don't matter. Is Valentine's Day before or after the Super Bowl?
Oh, you're right. No,
that's what I'm
I think it's afterwards.
It might be.
Yeah, I think it's after.
Well, pick one then. You could either do Super Bowl or Valentine's Day. You could pick. But then start back up for St. Patty's.
I like it. And that's that's one of my favorite holidays.
I think that makes so much more sense than January, because January 1st happens, then you still got a lot of football. Yeah. You got big time football.
Listen,
in January.
No-Am is with
Playoff
you.
Games.
No-Am called it Deke-tober. He said he's in. Go Deke-tober on this, man. You know I'm always down to celebrate, bro. I need anything to give me a nugget. So I'm just with you, man.
Well, that's not really celebration. That'd be like going sober for that stretch.
But we're celebrating the completion of a 365 or a year cycle. So now we're on to the new wave, and it's like, all right,
that's the real New Year.
Boom. Yeah.
That's the real New Year for me.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know. I think right now it was the Steelers season ending. Like that's where my mind's at. So maybe I'm already 2 weeks into the new year.
I like it, bro.
That's what it naturally feels like to me.
I 100%
It makes more
agree.
sense saying the Super Bowl, though.
Yeah.
Because everyone could.
It's cleaner.
Because different teams are going to be out of the playoffs at different times.
Yeah.
I think everyone can get on board with Super Bowl.
Yeah. I like where you're at with it because I do agree. It doesn't feel like New Year while the season's still going on. Shoot, most of the time with New Year, it's like, bro, you either got a game that day or the next day or something around it, so you don't even feel like that. So, yeah, I like your energy, man. I could definitely dig that. Shoot, I'm glad you brought up the Deke, though. It made me, it reminded me of what we were talking about earlier, which was Jeremiah Trotter as well, man. So at some point today, we'll make sure I talk about him with you on the mic since, we was talking about him earlier. So salute that. But with that being the case, shout out to your Deke Thought, man. Shout out to Deke Thoughts. Hit that like button one time for Deke Thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe. And you know what? Let's start the show like how we always do, baby. Let us know in the comment section where you are tuning in from, and we will give you those big boy shout outs to start the day show. Let's get it. And shout out to the bro Barian, baby. He said he a Lakers fan, 757 Chesapeake, a.k.a. the Crib. And you see I got the bean on. Gotta have the bean on, baby. One time for the culture.
How about this one to start us off? Richard Arbizo, 310, Carson, California. Does Mike Mitch make his way to Pittsburgh as a DB coach?
Man, listen, I love your energy. We're going to talk about it after we get through some of these shout-outs, but I like your energy. We coming back to you. I like your energy, though. Man, you know,
Ray Meeks, 757. What up, fellas?
What's happening?
The Cookie Monster, 610, Reading, PA.
Oh, shout out to Reading, PA. And more important, shout out to the Cookie Monster.
Noah Hood, 959, says, we drinking the Kool-Aid.
We always drinking the Kool-Aid. Now, out of which pitcher is the real question? Hey, I'm always drinking on some Kool-Aid. I'll tell you that now. But it just depends on whose Kool-Aid are you drinking on. All right? Deke, he introduced me to this Jeremiah Trotter, so I was up a little late last night. All right? I was on the Jeremiah Trotter Kool-Aid. Okay? I peeped a little Lassiter. I only had a couple of sips of Lassiter. All right? So I need to get more in tune with him. But Trotter, I was drinking on it, and I was like, you know what? This ain't even half bad. You put a little yak with that, bro. We be straight. So, yeah, man. We're going to talk about him, though. We're going to talk about him.
Jamin Zeno, 972, Dallas, Texas, and just says, I'm a Boston Celtics fan.
Let's go. Respect, man. Yesterday, my little man had on the Jason Tatum jersey, all right? I also have a Celtics hat. I like the green. I like the color. You know, of course I would like the color. It's like my favorite thing right now. It's beautiful.
Jeff H, 919, checking in. Rough Raleigh.
Shout out to Rough Raleigh one time for the culture. Yes, indeed.
Leah Warren, 254.
Let's go one time for Killeen, Texas. Deke, let me tap in. Deke, let me tap
Go for
in.
it.
Man, I got Jeff H in the 919. Like you just said, Rough Raleigh. But shout out to Colton Choi Fu in the 808. Honolulu, Hawaii. Aloha, my brothers. Man, aloha to you as well. Hope all is good on your side of town, baby. Jacob Ware in the 740. Columbus, Ohio. Been watching for years, but haven't caught a live in a while. Have a good Friday Eve. Jacob Ware, man, we appreciate you being able to cop a live and be up here with us, man. Front of the heart means a lot to us. I actually got another person I got shout out to. I will remember it because of you, though. So shout out to you reminding me of that. It's another cat listen to us on the podcast. So I was like, make sure I shout you out today, too, man. I'm going to pull his name up in a second. Ro, what up, Ro, in the 601. The Sip. Hope you're living good down there in this Sip. One time for the Sippy. Chase Chase R in the 317, Indianapolis. We're going to talk about that Indy connection. Like we said, my brother Mike Mitch might got some interest, so we're going to have to talk about it. And you know the homie Daryl Slike always tapping into 757 Hampton, VA, the Crib. Kenneth Moses, 757, salute from Virginia Beach, the Crib. Don't you love it? Don't you love it? And he says, with the way the Steelers are losing assistant coaches, is the assistant or position coach you want the Steelers? Oh, is there an assistant or position coach you want the Steelers to hire? We're going to get into all of that. You know we're going to get into that. Don't you trip today, baby. Don't you trip. Because that is something that's kind of reoccurring right now. This OC talk, these position coach talk. Obviously, we know Sully is going on his interviews.
We're losing some guys.
Yeah. Assistant DB coach, right after we finished the show with TG and everybody yesterday, assistant DB's coach left to go to the Raiders as well. So, yeah, man, this is a part of it, man. So we will definitely talk about all of that. Man, I wanted to end it with this next one, but I can't just because of location. Shout out to Casey DeSouza, 301. It's Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? I can't end on a Baltimore. Not this week. Not this day. Not this show. Can't do that. But he says, at Mason we trust. So I do like that. Salute. Kind of ended on that one. So I shall end it on... Shout out to Apex City 412 in the 412 Bridgeville. right down the road. Salute your partner, salute you, let's ride. It's a little foggy today too, if you know what I know. But yeah, man, let's start tapping in a little bit. Alrighty.
Steel Nation on fire.
Wait, so yeah, what was the one he had first? Yeah, because that's the one earlier.
Oh wait, you want that Richard Arbiza one? That was part of his location shout out.
Yeah, what did he say now?
He dropped the Mike Mitchell comment.
Oh yeah, so in terms of Mitch, man, I'm all for Mitch potentially coming back here. Not homegrown, but he came here when I came here, man. We got the same four in, and yeah, that's one of my like brothers, man. Love him, love his time here, love what he stood for, and just the way he played the game, man. Physical, smart. Didn't always, make everybody happy in terms of, the fan, but when you following a Troy Polamalu, this is what comes with it, man. But in terms of a dude that, man, loves the game, passionate about it, teaches it the right way, lived it the right way, didn't cheat the game when he was playing it, did all the little things from a body recovery, from a studying standpoint, from a let's stay after and get extra work in. That's the type of dude that you would want, around. And when you're thinking about this team in particular, we are kind of young at certain spaces. So when you're talking about youth, when you're talking about not as many homegrown Steeler players, you want to get people who have lived it, who have been here during that time. Like you said, he was here doing that same run where we were having a lot of success, the Killer B era. He was our dude. So it's like, man, it's certain things that he'll be able to come back in here and kind of just be able to, number one, I think teach certain things. But number two, man, when you're talking about from a culture standpoint, man, he's going to understand that to the, fullest degree because he's lived it and he did it for multiple years. And like I said, man, I could vouch for it 100% just because I was out here with him. We came in this thing at the same time, took deals at the same time, and rolled that thing out. I think we both left at the same time too, man. So, yeah, man, absolutely, man. I would love it, though. I think you said that there was some conversations going on social media-wise, at least today.
He's very open to it. Mark Caboli tweeted out that
I see you, Cabali.
Since the Steelers have a DB spot open for coaching, Mike Mitchell would be a good fit. And Mike Mitch commented on the initial Caboli post and said, yeah, it'd be an honor. Like, let's make it happen. Yeah. And another thing, man, shout out to Cabali too, man. That dude, he been putting in major work. Definitely keeping his stamp. I be seeing him now. He a big fish now. I be like, bro, you be on ESPN with McAfee. You top dollar now. But I like his energy, man. Good dude, man. Just he was on the beat when I was here. Now he didn't just keep growing, man. So salute him on that, man. But he seems like a funny guy.
Oh, he is, man. He is. He a dope dude, man. Fun to be around.
He'll say some funny stuff. Yeah. I'll give him some credit for that.
Mm-hmm. Nah, shout out to him, man. But in terms of, once again, to just put a name with the person that did leave, right? And we keep saying that there is a vacancy or there's an opening. Steel's assistant DB's coach, his name was Jaire Alexander. All right, so he is now going to be with Vegas. And
so he's assistant.
Who's our
main DB?
No, excuse me. So I'm trying to pull it up real quick. Let's pull it up. Yeah, because I'm reading. Yeah, because he's going to be their safeties coach over there, though. Yeah.
Steelers coaching?
Yeah, it's about the whole staff. It low key might have still been because it was TA and the other dude. Jeez Louise.
Well, he got an extension.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I did just see that. Shout out to TA on that, man. Mm-hmm. Because low key, it used to be TA was doing it. Remember, he was the DB's the secondary coach, and then they bumped him up to DC. So low key might just be him.
Grady Brown, secondary
Shout out
coach.
to Grady. All right.
Yeah, that's who we got.
Shout out to Grady.
And then you're right. Jaire Alexander was our assistant defensive backs coach.
Mm-hmm. So that's the part where they're talking about the whole opening. Mike Mitch was in that role as a secondary assistant with the Colts. I'm not sure specifically. I want to say he was, I don't know if they just called him the DB's coach or was it just a secondary assistant. But he worked in that role for the past, 2 years now? 3?
Yeah,
might be. 2 years. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, because we talked to him and everything. So, yeah, shout out to him, man, on that. But, 100%. And shout out to the bro Barry. He says Grady Brown is from ODU also. 757 in the house. Salute you. Y'all seen that whooping y'all got last night, too. I knew it was the bro Barry. I knew it was him. I knew I didn't forget it. I knew. We talked about you yesterday. I knew it was you. I said, yo, it's an ODU cat, and it's the bro Barry. It had to be, and I'm glad I was right. But, yeah, we got up on y'all yesterday. It was fun. I like them. I like them ones, man. But, in all seriousness, though, man, like I said, I would love it, man, if Mike Mitch was able to come back here, man. I just think, like I say, he's a good dude to have in the locker room. He's a good dude in terms of just hardworking. When you talk about a guy that would be able to tell you, high end stuff, because he was a 5 for $25, $30 million contract guy. Also, he's a former second round pick. Like, he has pedigree, but at the same time, he could talk about some of the other stuff, man. Just the grunt stuff that kind of comes with it, because he understands that as well, man. And he's really, into the details. And that's something that you kind of I always feel like it's 50-50 with professional athletes, because a lot of us are so talented that you can kind of get away with not always having to focus on the margins, the little stuff, and it makes them harder to coach when you come back around and you're like, bro, I don't care about your hand placement, just go run around the guy, Deke. And you like, I can't do that. I need this and this and that. Mitch can coach that up because he had to live some of that as well, man. So like I said, that's another reason.
Work for it,
yeah, that's another reason why I can legit vouch
Michael
for
Jordan
it.
being a coach.
Right. Or if LeBron, like, not saying he couldn't, but it's like, it's certain things, it's like, bruh, we ain't got that. Man, ain't gonna never be able to do that, bro. So we need to figure out another way to make it work for us, regular people. Mitch can give you that, though. He would definitely be able to coach you up on the, hey, man, you could look at it this way, you can align this way, you can attack it this way, versus just go do what Minka does. Yeah.
It seems like an obvious fit. We have an opening at that spot.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Mitchell was available.
Yeah. Shout out to Richard Arbizo.
He's familiar with the Steelers. Yeah. And like you said, even though that team, that era, the Killer Bee era, wasn't the Super Bowl championship teams, like, that's still embodied, it felt like to me, the Steeler way.
Yeah,
like,
that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Now, I'm biased, but that's how I feel during that time.
No, we had guys. We had guys. We had leaders. We had dudes that... What was that saying by Troy Polamalu? What it means to be a Steeler is when you have the Steeler legends from
the old time come back and say, yo, you could have played with us, man.
Yeah, exactly. And like we had guys on that team.
100%, man.
And Mike Mitchell was a part of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it'd be an obvious fit. Now I have a question for you. This isn't like specific to Mike Mitchell, but just in general, a dude that played safety coming back as like a DB's coach, secondary coach. How does he teach cornerbacks?
Honestly, you want a safety more than a corner.
Really?
Safety is like a middle linebacker. Corner is like an outside linebacker in the sense of your vision. Corner, you only see one way, right? I'm outside in. I don't have to see both ways all the time. Unless I'm a slot, right? You don't always have to work with others. You could just be a guy by yourself. Outside linebacker. Man, you working outside in. You're only seeing this. I don't always have to care about what everybody else is doing. If I'm off right here, I could get off. I'm fine. Inside linebacker is like safety. Safety, you got to see everybody. Because if your corner mess up, that's on you. If your inside linebacker don't reroute number 2 up the seam, cover 3, which you always say for a verse, right? That's the safety. He need to know that to tell that inside linebacker, hey, bro, I need you to reroute, or hey, bro, I need you to carry this. So he's the like in the sense of the middle linebacker is your quarterback because he's the most vocal. He's sieving out all the calls. But your safety, bro, that's like the archangel of the defense. He knows every coverage standpoint, every strength, every weakness.
Okay.
So when you're talking about how does he teach it, you obviously are still going to have a cornerback, right? So it's certain things that you know from a technique standpoint that, the same way I played inside and outside, I can still coach inside and outside. For a safety, it's still going to be a lot of similarities just because of those dudes work together a lot. So you do similar drills. So even though he might not be able to go out there and physically play corner, he still has seen what it takes to be a corner in this league. He was here with an Ike Taylor. They had to do the same drills and warm-ups. He was here with a Cortez Allen watching some of those drills. And it's like, yo, you got to watch it. Now, it ain't the same level, but you learn the details of it. And that's the part where guys like myself, it's like, bro, I ain't never been no elite cover guy. Can I cover? Sure. But I could coach the heck out of it because I know all of the little things that it would take to actually do it. Because when you aren't physically that gifted, you better figure it out. So that's the part for Mitch where it's like, man, not only is he going to give you the bird's eye view from seeing everything in front of you, but he's also going to be able to give you some of those nuggets, some of those details. And yes, it's not always going to have the same finite like info as if he was Ike Taylor, who's a corner, right? But in terms of his general understanding, it's still going to be at a high enough level that when you're working with a professional, he's giving you enough of the nuggets. Now you got to still do the rest, but he definitely has enough of that from a mental standpoint to give it to you. And I like the fact that he's already been doing it at a professional level. This isn't his first go at it. It's like, yo, we've already seen you in Indy. Andy ain't terrible over there. Shoot. So it's like, man, I like that part. And like I said, with you being here, him growing in it, the adversity he had, playing tough, playing hurt, going at it at times with fans, beating it, all the other stuff. But it's like, for him to still be able to come back.
And he should be able to keep these dudes in the locker room in check, too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, Mike Mitch could definitely do that, bro. Because, and it's not even on no, I'm trying to be no tough guy, but it's just as a respect that he has. And it's different than what fans might view him as versus when you're actually in there. It's just a different conversation. It's a different energy with him. So for me, I'm like, yeah, I think it'll be a great move, man. And you can get him very cheap or on the cheaper side just because you're not putting him as like a head whatever or a title. This is more get you in the building. Let me get you in the building. Get in the building. Let me see how you rock with the guys.
Obviously, he's interested. Like, you don't tweet back at Kaboli with what he said if you're not legitimately interested in coming into the Steelers.
Yeah, when you put me on to that, my next thing was literally, I'm like, all right, so Mitch, if that's how you feel, you know Coach T, he ain't switched his line, bro. And if you ain't got it, I'll shoot it to you right now, bro. You know I want you back. Arthur Moats, what Mike Mitch here in Pittsburgh or the coach staff, that's my man, 100 grand. So absolutely, bro, I would love it, man. Yeah.
Okay, first super chat.
Oh, shoot, dang, you good. I literally just remembered. Let me shout this dude out before I forget. All right. So, Kib 34th Street, KIIB 34th Street. He says, don't usually watch live. Always catch y'all on the Apple podcast because of work. What's up with DeMarvin Leal? Is it a player or coach problem? What is your feeling in terms of his natural position? First off, Kid 34th Street, man, we appreciate you rocking with us on the podcast vibe. And we know there are others of y'all that rock with us on the podcast vibe, man. We salute y'all. If y'all are able to catch a live, great. If not, my man hit this comment at like 3 in the morning, bro. So salute you on that, all right? Before anybody was up here, I was like, all right, I got you. It's going to reset in a second, so nobody's going to see it, but I got you. I seen it. So salute you on that, man. We definitely appreciate you, man. 100%. But in terms of DeMarvin Leal, man, honestly, DeMarvin to me had the sophomore slump, right? And we talk about the sophomore slump. It can happen in multiple ways, whether it's an injury or at times is it you have a really dope first season or it's a lot of optimism surrounding you and you kind of take your foot off the gas. I thought it was a little bit of both along with the Keanu Benton. Keanu Benton came in here and played at a crazy high level from out the gate. And then when you talk about the way that Larry O was able to play, when you talk about guys like Montravius Adams, Armon Watts was another surprise. He wasn't supposed to be as heavily in the rotation.
And then Cam comes back.
And then Cam came back. Yeah. So now we're talking numbers. Larry O paid. You're not taking it off the field. Cam Hayward paid. You're not taking it off the field. Keanu Benton is playing so well that they're trying to take Cam snaps from Cam for Keanu. And then from there, you got Montravius and Armand, who were really playing well as nose tackles. You know what I mean? Specifically at that. So for DeMarvin, you're a 5 technique, which is fine. But I just told you, Keanu Benton, Cam Hayward, Larry Ogunjobi. Those were the main dudes that were kind of cooking out there that we would all remember in the season. So part of that hurt DeMarvin. The other part, I think his development kind of got stunted last season. Number 1, when he got hurt. But number 2, when we had to keep moving him from 5 tech or 3 tech till we started playing that big nickel and he was playing DN. Remember we talked about some of that and it's like, yes, this is cool, but this isn't the best in terms of his growth. But at that time, TJ hurt. We trying to figure it out. We don't really know all or how it's going to work. So we were just looking for something to get us out. So it was DeMarvin, it was Cam, DeMarvin and Cam. Cam could get away with it because Cam has done this thing. He doesn't have to worry about his technique. He understands how to carry it from here to here. But for younger dudes, man, that's one of them things that, yeah, you're not a vet in this league. You did it for 1 year, and you didn't even get a full season at your natural position. So I thought that was also at play. But this is the important part for him right now. Whatever you did last offseason, bro, you tell yourself, man, I got to be a football guy first. And it happens, man. We all go through it. I got saved because it was a lockout, bro. Otherwise, I'm in the same boat. I'm coming back heavy for training camp. I'm coming back not really all the way locked in because I'm like, bro, I had success my rookie year, man. I'm nice. I'm good. We here now. We having fun. Lockout saved me. So it's like, man, for him, he just didn't get that luxury. We brought in the Keanu Benton, and Keanu played really well. that is the difference at times, man, at this league of just the opportunity, right place, right time. And for him, that's what I'm looking at him and I'm saying, bro, this ain't no, man, be upset and be in your feelings. Nah, this is, bro, hold yourself accountable, get in that lab. And when you get back out here in OTAs, man, you got to show these dudes that you are different. You got to show these dudes that you are a player because you the type that they'll pay. That's the crazy part. It's like you still got that, but you got to show more consistency with it for them to actually want to put you out there more. It ain't going to just be because you were drafted. Because we've seen just you got money in there and you got another draft pick in there, so you don't get the trump card of, well, I was the pick and you weren't, or I'm a higher round pick and you're not. It's like they don't care about that when this dude's getting how much and that dude's getting how much, and Keanu's playing the way that Keanu was playing.
Keanu's the higher pick.
Come on, bro. Yeah. So you really over here just like, you better figure it out. Otherwise, we're going to be talking about you like how we look at Loudermilk at times. Like, man, you done kind of got forgotten a little bit. And Loudermilk is a good player too. But it's just, when you talk at this level, man, and you bringing in the talent, and good job by Omar Khan, right? To have it where you have this level of talent where a DeMarvin Leal, who on any other team, he's playing a lot more snaps, bro. But because of the way that we got these guys here, it's like, man, you kind of were the odd man to an extent, man.
He should still be on his P's and Q's because there's a path for him after this year.
It is, man.
For it to be like him and Keanu Benton being our main two defensive linemen.
Because you think you think Larry O and you think Cam.
Yeah, Larry O could be a cap casualty, not only this year, but even if we keep him this year, the following offseason, then we know Cam Hayward, his best days are behind him.
Shout out to my dog Kando, man. I'm still rocking with my dog. But I'm with you.
But like that, I don't think he should take last season and be discouraged by it. It's like I think if anything, you should look at it and work even harder and look towards the future and say, like, I see this Steelers depth chart right now, and after this year, there's definitely a chance like I could be one of the top 2 or 3 guys.
Yeah. And that's the part where when
if he plays good enough, you never know. You see how we worked Keanu Benton in more and more as the season went on. Like, bro, if you're that good, you could surpass an Ogunjobi or take some snaps from Cam Hayward.
But that's also why I was saying you can't get in your feelings about it, because I've seen dudes, instead of having that mindset that you just said that we kind of talked about, they take the other approach of I'm personal. It's personal. I'm in my feelings. You ain't want to play me then. Don't worry about it then. I'm going to come back however. I'm going to work however I work, and it is what it is. You can't have that mindset because that's how you get got. That's how they move on. And now you the odd man out, and we looking at you like what could have been. So that's the part where it's like, he's a young guy. I don't even know him to that level. I've talked to him a couple times, but not on, enough to know his makeup like that. But we're going to find out, man. Yeah. Because like I said, he's talented as heck, man. Talented as heck. I'm just like, man, he reminded me a little bit of to it, man, when I seen how he can move and stuff. Yeah. But it's like.
It was a great pick. Man. We really liked the pick.
Yeah. So that's kind of like my energy with him, man. But like I said, once again, man, salute to Kid 34th Street, man. We appreciate you again, man. Podcast, Apple Podcast, getting us tuned in.
Good question.
Yeah, man.
Salute. A lot of people have been wondering that.
Yeah, salute it, man. Salute it. Absolutely. Y'all hit that like button one time, man. Don't forget to subscribe. I seen Tito the Good Vibes said it, so I just figured I'd repeat it one time for the coach.
Steeler Nation on fire says the NBA gave up on my Isaiah Thomas.
What happened? What did I miss? Oh, you talking like young? I thought you was talking like the OG Isaiah Thomas. He's talking about in Boston. Yeah, they did treat him dirty, man. Is that the guy? I think that's who you're talking about because they did him dirty in Boston. He came back, played while hurt when his sister passed away in the playoffs. Then when he really was jacked up, nobody wanted to pay him after that. Yeah, if that's who you're talking about, I agree with you. They definitely did my dog dirty, though. He's too short. Well, he could score your bucket, and his shoe game was stupid. Yeah, but I think that might be him, though. I want to say that's the one he's talking about because that's the Isaiah Thomas that I thought they did dirty. You remember when he played in the playoffs when his sister died, bro? Yeah.
Yeah, traded him to Cleveland for Kyrie.
Yeah.
Cleveland cut him midseason.
Never got paid,
just
bro.
Became a little bit of a journeyman and an afterthought.
Yeah, seriously, man. Seriously.
Fish Momentum says, Happy Thursday / Friday Jr. Moats and Deke and Chat Fam.
Let's go. Major love, man. We shouted you out too, man. And people were trying to give Lion King references yesterday. Official Momentum. You would just be shaking your head at the nonsense that they were uttering. Calling certain people Scar. saying that the Bills were Scar and the Steelers were Mufasa, and we was long live the king. Take your terrible title with you. Like, that's crazy. That's what they was trying to say. All right. I know you wouldn't feel like that, official. So I appreciate you being here. All right. But that's how they tried to get on me yesterday. It's crazy. Long live it.
Dondre Zell says Jaire Alexander made a farewell post on IG.
I did.
What do you think?
I did see it, bro. He is a unique person to me, bro. Like, I love some of his game, like that man-to-man corner. He got that dog in him. He don't back down from nothing. I just wonder locker room fit, though. It'd be some weird stuff when I be watching doing his interviews. I was like, all right, I can roll with some of it, but I just don't know. Maybe it's the Green Bay situation. It just was weird at times, man. But I love his energy because I was more introduced to Jaire from him battling with Diggs. Watching them dudes go at it, you're like, bro, it was kind of like Josh Norman and Odell Beckham without the fight. But it was like, that's what you want. So it's like, I know he's a dog. Athletic, high pedigree, and all that. But literally just this weird stuff that's been going on this year with him in Green Bay, I just don't know what that's all about, man. And do I want to bring that here while also, having to compensate it as well? Because it ain't no cheap thing either. That's one of them top 3 paid at the position type guys, man.
A little noisy.
Yeah.
His best days are probably behind him. I think you still got another couple years in his prime.
Would you call it?
But
Joe
I don't know
Hayden?
if the contract is going to age out well.
I would agree.
Depending on how many years.
I don't like the contract, but I low-key feel like you're getting Joe Hayden coming from Cleveland. I think you kind of got that space. Low-key, I still like him a little bit more than that version of Joe, too.
Sure.
But this one definitely is pricey. I think in a year or two, we're going to be looking at like, bro,
I'm just wondering what you can get in the draft. Like, I like some of these guys in the draft to, like, pair with JPJ and then just have those two dudes for the next decade as your cornerbacks.
I'm with you, man. And you have them under rookie contracts also. Not, I got this super fat contract that's already taken care of, and we're going to have to make it work right, wrong, and indifferent.
I wouldn't be against bringing in Jaire Alexander. Like, if we sign him, obviously I'll be excited, but there may be some diminishing returns on that down the line if it's, 3, 4, 5 year type of deal.
Yeah. For me, I like him specifically this year. And then it was like,
I think
in terms of this year, I would love him for
better
this year,
than
though.
probably most any other cornerback that you could bring in.
Mm-hmm.
But what's it look like 2 years from now, 3 years from now?
Yeah, because that's definitely the thing. It's like, but I do like as a player, I love his game. I love his game as a player though. Like, he's a true man-to-man guy. That's right up my alley. I want the man-to-man in your face. I want to smell what you was eating, and I'm gonna talk to you the whole time. He give me all of that. Yeah, he give you all of that, and he ain't afraid to hit you too. He'll come up and thump. He ain't no thumper, but he'll come up. He'll put that little thing in. He give you something. Yeah. Hey, and Frank K, man, shout out to you, man. I see you on that WCW, WWF. That is the real one. And Jock, WWE is not dead. It's just moving to Netflix in 2025. Okay? So just give it some time. Give it some time. Who won the Royal Rumble this weekend? That's the real question, all right? Talk to me if you know something, man. Who can win the Royal Rumble, man? Who you got?
Push Momentum Ambition live next Friday at Craft House, February 2nd, 2023.
Let's go.
So, hold on. I'm trying to get my times right. Yeah, I think the Super Bowl's before Valentine's Day. If Friday, February 2nd, then Saturday will be the 3rd, February 4th. So Super Bowl will be the 11th.
What's the issue that time? Yeah.
So Valentine's Day is after that.
Yeah.
So if you want, you could start your New Year's. I think just Super Bowl's I think it's Super Bowl for football fans. Although Super Bowl it's a flex. Super Bowl flex days afterwards. You can start a Super Bowl, but if you have a significant other, start it after Valentine's Day.
After Valentine's Day. You get 2 flex options.
You get flex options, too, because, February is a short month. I was going to say St. Patty's Day is the 17th, so you have some wiggle room
and
there.
It's
not the exact middle of March.
And you're already infringing upon Black History Month. Come on, bro. What you doing, bro? You're already infringing upon my holiday, man. We only got 28 days, bro.
I'm sorry.
Come on, man. Can I... You giving bonus days in my month. Like, come on, man. Like, I get it, but it is my month, though. Like, dog, days. You know what I'm saying? Unless you want to swap a month, let me get a 31. I want a 31 month. I'll switch with you. Let me get January, you get February.
I don't think I'm the one that makes those decisions. Yeah, who came up with February?
I don't know, bro.
How did the decision?
We got shortchanged. I'm just trying. We got shortchanged, bro. I'm like, how we get? Shout out to the leap year. You right, remix. We do get an addition. We get 29 this year, so we real special. We bougie this year. Ow. All right, but yeah, man, it's crazy. They really shorted us, man.
Okay, maybe I'll have that for one of my random facts or Deke thoughts in February. Wait, I thought I dropped that knowledge last year.
You did, yeah. You be dropping some knowledge, bro.
Do you remember?
To an extent, yes.
How did Black History Month start?
No, I don't think you dropped that one. I don't think you dropped that one.
I thought I did.
You might have. I don't know.
Well, we'll get a refresher.
Drop a lot of. Yeah.
We'll get a refresher.
We get it every year.
I'm actually curious.
Listen, we get it every year. I need some Martin Luther King. I'm gonna need some Rosa. I'm gonna need some. You know what I'm saying? Give me some peoples, man.
Okay.
Yeah. Deke with the Black History, but let's ride. Let's ride.
I swear I brought up that fact.
I feel like you have.
Wow.
Oh.
So no Belichick to the Falcons. Raheem Morris hired by the Falcons. I'm assuming that's to be the head coach.
No. I think he's the DC, bro.
Really?
Yeah, I thought they said he was the DC.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Him and Belichick then.
Yeah,
or
because Belichick took the second interview, right? They need to update the headline, bro.
It
Come
just
on,
says
man.
Raheem Morris being hired by Falcons.
But I think
and
before then
it
they
shows
said
his resume below. It doesn't say whether it's head coach or not. Huh.
Yeah, because I thought he was the DC. I thought it was going to be for the DC. I could be off, though. I could definitely be off, but I thought it was for the DC spot. Because I know Belichick was still doing it. Right, because he was still interviewing for the head spot. Yeah, that's why I thought he was the DC. I could be off, though.
Rams, Raheem Morris killed his Atlanta Falcon interview, says Insider.
What? Oh, he killed it.
Yeah, like in a good
I was
way.
like, what you mean killed it? Like, what? All right, could be off there, maybe. Is he the head man? Is he the D? Just go to Falcons page.
Head coach. Schefter official.
All right, salute him, bro. I like
Falcons plan to hire Rams defensive coordinator
Raheem
Morris as their head coach per sources. Wow.
Shout out, bro. Shout out. All right. How you feel about that, man?
Yeah, good for him. I think he was next up in one of those coordinators.
Bro, that's major,
ready to get upgraded to head coach. And he was formerly a head coach back in the day with the Bucs.
No,
he was really young at the time.
Yeah.
And it didn't really work out for him down there in Tampa. But
I didn't realize he had so much history with them,
had a good tenure with the Rams and has proven to be a really good defensive coordinator. So I think he deserves another chance at this.
Absolutely, man. Coach. That's major right there.
I'm really interested in Belichick. Now what? Chargers going?
Well, I was gonna ask you.
It's Commanders and Seahawks.
If you were Atlanta, though, would you have went Raheem Morris over Belichick?
If you're thinking more long term, if you're thinking he's like the guy for you for the next 10 years, he could create a culture.
Yeah.
As opposed to Belichick just coming in for 3-4 years. You don't know how many years you're going to get Belichick.
Yeah.
In terms of like trying to build something that's like really sustainable, I think Raheem Morris, I keep botching his name up. Raheem Morris might be a better call. It's tough. I see why they made the move.
Yeah.
I don't think it's outrageous to pick him or just pick anyone over Belichick right now. All depends on what your wants are and what your priorities are as an organization and what you're looking for in a coach.
Well, shoot, I just looked this up. He also has some history with Atlanta. He was on their staff as the assistant head coach in 2020. He was their DC in 20. So, yeah, I can see that. I like that. Okay.
Has the head coaching experience.
Yeah.
Probably have some serious.
So check it out. So he was at
Tampa and it's been under McVay.
So here we go. I got his update right here. So he came into the league in 2002. He's a Hofstra guy. Shout out to coaching at Hofstra, man. If you know, you know. But he was at Tampa as the defensive assistant quality coach. Got to DB's coach by 2005. Did a year at Kansas State as the DC. Was in Tampa from 2007 to 2011. And when he was in Tampa, he was the DB's coach and then head man the last 2 years. Went to Washington with the Redskins 12 to 14 as the secondaries coach. Was in Atlanta from 15 to 20 as the assistant head coach every season. Then he was pass game coordinator, wide receivers coach, pass game coordinator, more offensive. Oh, no, it still said pass game coordinator, wide receivers coach. So, yeah, all offense as an assistant head coach. And then his final year in Atlanta in 2020, he was the defensive coordinator. So he went assistant head coach, wide receiver coach for the first 4, DC last year, and then he spent this previous 3 seasons as the defensive coordinator with the Rams from 21 to 2023. So now he's coming back to Atlanta to no longer be assistant head coach or DC, just be the head man now. I didn't realize he had that much history with Atlanta, though, bro. Salute him.
I can see it. I can see why they went with him.
Yeah. Hey, Remix, man, what you know about Hofstra, man? Look, bro, I know all about Hofstra in the heart of New York, man. Terrible traffic, all that good stuff, man. Shout out to Jordan Dangerfield. That's my dude, little bro right there. But I always think of him when I think of Hofstra because that was our first time ever playing against each other. And that's the only time that he's beat me in my career. And literally, it was like one of my best games of my career. But we lost to Hofstra, and they were like terrible that year, and I was so high, bro.
Man.
So he never lets me live it down. And I had like a coach that had left JMU to went there, and he was like, yeah, on the stats, he was like, yo, we whooped y'all, don't forget that. He's like, well, y'all won by like a touchdown. Stop it. I don't even think it was a touchdown. Y'all barely won. But he's like, yo, we whooped y'all, da-da-da-da-da. So, yeah, I always know Hofstra, unfortunately. But shout out to you, man. And shoot, Gerard Mayo's little brother, he was at Hofstra as well, man. Shout out to Gerard Mayo, the head man up in New England now. But yeah, man, his little brother played over there at Hofstra before transferring to ODU. Shout out to you, to Bro Barian as well, man. So yeah, man, you know, it's no little something about little Hofstra, no little something about Hofstra. I don't like him, but I know about him.
I like this suggestion for Belichick's future by Malachi. Says he could be the Steelers' next DB's coach.
I ain't tripping.
Oh, I mean, how set in stone is Austin's contract for DC right now?
I mean, the ink is like, is it all the way dry? Is it kind of like a marriage? You get like 30 days to change your mind.
Like if Belichick was actually open to just being a DC for you know this last stage of his career, that I'd say Austin, you're gone. Belichick's our DC.
No. We would just bring in Belichick and say, Belichick, you're assistant head coach, but you look over the defense. All right, T8, you're still on the staff. You're still DC. You still got the title. Don't worry about it. He's just gonna be your daddy. He's your mentor while you're here. All right, until he wants to leave.
Yeah, because you could question Belichick and personnel. Does he still got his fastball as the head coach? But he still knows what he's doing.
Oh, he know that. He definitely know that. Facts.
That Patriots defense wasn't a problem for them last year.
Big facts. Shoot, that defense was what was keeping them in a lot of them games,
yeah,
bro.
And that was with them losing Gonzalez early in the year. Didn't they lose something?
Like week
didn't
5.
They lose Judon at some point too?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And Judon done been a double-digit sack guy the past couple seasons. Bro, they was holding teams to 10 points and losing.
Yeah.
How about that, man?
Yeah. All right. Get this official momentum super chat. I already read the first half. It was.
Bro, did we really just stop at just the first half of his chat?
Yeah, because I started talking about February and
love it.
The Super Bowl.
I love it, man.
He also says Ambitions playing Rivers Casino February 23rd, 2024, 8 p.m. Come through Moats and Deke.
All right, let's go.
It's been 11 months. Hashtag Mr. Jack Myers Jr.
Respect. Oh, that one's in February. I'm actually lucky. Gonna be just getting back.
Both are in February.
No. The one he was invited to, I was like, bro, I'm just getting back.
I think you're invited to Craft House too, if you want to go to that.
Well, that one's like next week. Like,
yeah.
I know I'm gonna make that one, but
you
the
sure?
23rd, I was like, damn,
what do we got going on that weekend? That's Pro Bowl weekend. Nothing's popping.
From a sports standpoint, no. I wish it was never nothing popping. I'm trying to get to just where it's completely nothing popping. I'm close though. I'm very, very close, but it's unfortunately not all the way there just yet.
Jeff H. Moats and Deke, what's up, boys? I'm thinking right tackle Mims, D-line center, Powers Johnson / Murphy, then inside linebacker Cedric Gray. You know what? I did get to watch some of him too.
Okay.
Yeah, I recognize that name. UNC's linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
Also says TG was tripping yesterday. Can't lie. Hashtag Kobe.
Let's go, Kobe. And shout out to all the real Kobe fans out there. My little man G, every time he shoots something, you know what he say, Deke? Kobe. Yeah. I be like, that's my boy. That's my boy. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I forgot about this too. Vrabel's still out there.
He is.
My God.
Has Vrabel been interviewing though? Because I haven't seen his name linked to any
interviews. He did Panthers.
Okay, I missed that one.
Panthers and I think Chargers were the two. I don't think he did.
Because Harbaugh's definitely Harbaugh's out there. Now we got Atlanta off the board. You got Tennessee off the board
for DB's coach. No, we'll just cut whoever like our linebackers coaches or outside linebackers coach because we already have Curry. I like him. Have Vrabel do the outside linebackers.
It's just crazy.
Or defensive assistant.
We
whatever.
talk about real life head, man. Hey, yo, come be this position coach real quick. Like this Bama, bro. This is crazy.
That'd be crazy.
It would.
Hey, you know what?
Bro.
It would make sense.
That's how Bama
Hell, we
does
got
it.
Flores
Bama.
for a year.
All right, I guess it's
If
OG
Vrabel's still
Bama.
available, wants something to do this year, it's
Mhm.
kind of bored. Why not come back to Pittsburgh?
Yeah. Check off a little like side quest, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's not like
Yeah.
your stock's gonna go down by doing that.
Mm.
It's just you're waiting in the wings. You could learn
Yeah.
a thing or two from being under Tomlin, just taking a step back from it all,
Mm-hmm.
but still staying busy. And then you know you're gonna be a hot commodity next year.
Oh, absolutely. You don't got to jump the gun right now. Definitely.
But yeah, like if you don't want to do media and don't want to just sit on your hands,
Yeah.
why not do something like that?
Hey, man.
Unless
What they say-
unless your ego gets in the way, I would understand that too completely.
100%. I could definitely understand. Because now
I would very much understand
you're going
that.
from competing against these guys to now you're yes sir and no sir in these guys. That could be a lot. That could definitely be a lot, bro.
Trivia Max 17.
But I will say this, Jeff H. I will take a picture of these names for you, man. And yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know any of these names.
I would definitely get to
Outside that Cedric Gray.
y'all get to work on it, man. Like I said, last night I blamed Deke, bro. I've been on the wagon. All right. I was on the wagon about 8.5 days. 8.5 days, Deke, I went without actually watching a game. I told you I've been trying to watch the wild card one, Steelers, Bills. I get about a quarter in and I keep cutting it off. I was on the wagon about 8.5 days, Deke. I relapsed last night, bro. I relapsed. And I blame you. Deke came in here. He was
Not a
all
good
extra
influence.
excited about Jeremiah Trotter Jr. from Clemson. Deke know how I feel about linebackers. Deke know how I feel about tough linebackers. Physical, thumping, downhill. Slightly upgraded in athleticism. Pure blood in terms of family tree. Coming from a fire bloodline. Hit the nostalgia as well, because I low-key remember watching your pops play. Same division. You know how that goes.
NFC East.
Yeah, man. So it's like I'm really familiar.
Both teams.
Really familiar. Okay. So yeah, man, it ended up being a long night for the boy. We was watching some tape. I like Jeremiah Trotter. I do. I agree with you what you were saying yesterday, man. You called him a more athletic Landon Roberts. I see exactly what you see, man.
I know ball.
I see what you mean, man. In terms of watching him, man, definitely more athletic than Landon Roberts, but more in his vein of a physical thumper, more of the bully type linebacker, which we've seen throughout this past season. You actually do need that guy.
Can still work.
Yeah, you can't just have two athletes. You need a thump and you need an athlete guy. To me, I think he could definitely check off that box. In terms of draft stock, my initial just looking at him, I haven't looked at any of these other guys just yet. I told you I was slowly getting
Weak
into
inside
this
linebacker
thing.
class. I'll say that from
All right.
kind of just what I was looking over. Like
For
I don't
sure.
think there's any guys that are clear cut first round.
Respect, man. That makes it a little bit more fun, low key. So for me, man, like you said, I'm compiling the list slowly but surely. Deke had, you know what I'm saying? It's the Jeremiah Trotter. I was liking what I saw. But I do think he's one of those guys that initially was looking, I think, not first round, but you could get him in that middle portion, whether we talking second being the highest, fourth probably being the lowest, just initial. This before I know what he runs at the combine, before I know what he runs at the pro day, because that is my biggest question. How fast? I think you play fast enough. I think that he is super smart, so that helps him close that gap versus some of these little faster dudes. I like the fact that when you're watching him playing today's college ball, it's more spaced out. You talk about the hashes, you talk about just the way the field is and how the game is played, so you naturally see him have to play in space. So you're showing me that you're capable enough of your zone concepts. He understands cover 3. He understands Tampa 2. So I got all of that I want with him. But the thing that I like is I think his game would transition a lot smoothlier or a lot more smoothly at the NFL level because it's more condensed. when we talk about the hashes, right? We talk about, yo, when they run that thing, you're going to have to thump some of that in there a little bit more. He's a dude that you could get away with that, especially when you talk about how much sub package ball is played. You're going to need a thumper when you got a nickel and you got a athlete linebacker. You know what I mean? We didn't play exclusively base, no matter how much we like our mindset. We was in a ton of nickel. So in that vein, I do think that he could help us out there. Now at Clemson, he did some of the zone drop, but they blitzed him a lot. I know at least in the game that I was watching, man, he was more of the blitz guy, more of the lineup down in the line of scrimmage, penetrate, which is exactly what we do at Landon Roberts, right? And then on occasion he'll drop out. Right? You don't want him in a ton of man situations, but I do, just like I said, initial looking at Jeremiah, I did like I said, I did like him. Man. So yeah.
Is this such an obvious pick for Tomlin?
Yeah, he's definitely stealing, bro. I was like, oh, yeah, don't be surprised when he gets picked, man. Don't be surprised.
You check off, second round would be so
I was
perfect.
like, you have pedigree. Your daddy was in the league. You're in the ACC, so you got big ball. You played at Clemson, Coach T, like all of that down there. You RC and hit ball. You not anything ducking. You ain't ducking no contact whatsoever, you know? Yeah, man. I think they're like, oh, that, bro. Yep. I was like, oh, yep, I get it. I see it. Yep, Steeler. Don't be surprised. He'll be the one that's popping up.
Second round will be perfect.
He'll be popping up in a lot of the mocks. I can already see it now, bro. Hey, NML finesse 410. Let me finesse that word, all right? More smoothly, all right? Sometimes the research crossfades you, and then you be like, yeah, that word was kind of like, it sounded one way in my head until it came out. I was like, all right, y'all know what I'm saying. Catch my drift. Look at Apex City 412. Don't do me like that, man. All right, let me ride with that language right there. All right, y'all caught me in between me trying to get the word, and it sounded one way, and then it just delivery won't what it needed to be. Deke, we was talking about this. We was talking about right here. See, they catch you on this one. Over there, I'm good. Over here, no, bro. You don't get no. We heard you. We seen. I rewinded on you now. It's stuck. Can't even lie right there. Rewinded on us, bro. It's different. It's just different. So yeah, here we are. Most wrote the dictionary. He's allowed to. Shout out to X Concepts. All right, let me use a word that it sounded like a word in my mind. All right, I was
gonna let it slide.
I pride myself on using, proper vernacular and all that other good fancy stuff. But yeah, sometimes it come out like smoothlier. All right, more smooth. It was more smooth.
You say enough words, one's gonna be botched up, right? It's bound to happen.
It came out in cursive. I was trying to talk in print and it got cursive on me. Let me live.
Trivium X17. What's up, fellas? Who's a free agent offensive lineman y'all would like to see us pick up when free agency opens? I don't know who's available.
Free agent offensive lineman. Let's pull them up.
I could look.
Yeah, we got some time.
It's not a problem.
Yeah, let's check them out. See who some of these names real quick.
Because I was just thinking, we were talking about Trotter. I mean, we could really stack up the team based, depending on what moves we make here.
Yeah.
Free agency and the draft. Like, what do we need? We need linemen, probably a tackle and an interior. We need 2 linemen.
No.
Inside linebacker and cornerback. Like if we could hit on 2 of those in free agency, then 2 or 3 of those in the draft.
And we could
combine with already what we have.
Yeah.
Like we're going to talk about some of the in-house free agents we could potentially lose. Yeah. There's not that many guys.
Well, and I was also going to say too, man, Yeah, I agree with you. And also in terms of free agency, we could even create more space by just some restructures also. We still got some stuff available that even without some of the bigger like cut stuff that we were trying to like just loosely talking about yesterday with Cam and Larry O, it's like you legit could restructure or extend certain people to at least give you more flexibility in free agency this year, because I'm sure to an extent we are going to be playing that game once again of
we just got to see what we do
on right now and try to make this run while you still got young and expensive quarterback, or are we going to kind of treat this as the half in half out?
I think we'll be able to do both. Like I think Ron's that good. I thought we did that last year.
Yeah,
in a way,
to an extent, yeah.
Where the roster was pretty stacked. The problem with us this year were injuries and the poor quarterback play.
Yeah,
that's what hurt us. So, all right, is Kenny gonna step up, and then can we stay healthy? I think that's it. Like I think we're gonna be right back in this.
Yeah, because once again we were already in it. We were the 7th best team in the AFC. We were in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So it's like we're not talking about this mass overhaul. We're talking about how do we get from that role to the next one. And that's the part we looking at, and that's the fine tuning that we doing right now. So I definitely like it. X Concepts kind of agrees as well. He says center, corner, inside linebacker, offensive tackle, and then he says safety as well. So,
yeah, we could use a safety. I don't think it's that pressing though.
What's this? I got to see what the situation is when we get KZ, Keanu Neal, what that dynamic is.
Do we just cut Casey and bring back Edmonds?
You see what I'm saying?
Is that the simplest solution here?
I mean, sure, in a nutshell, it is, but I don't think it's as simple as that, right? It can't be that simple. That seems way too simple. It does seem simple. It seems like it works. But, yeah, because Edmonds, he got traded to Tennessee, but
I thought he only signed a one-year deal with the Eagles.
So it should just simply be, free agent now.
We missed him this year.
Bro, we would agree. And he wouldn't be the first guy that has left and come home. Willie Gay. You know that. Big play Will Gay. I missed him on the front end. I got him on the back end. Shout out to my dog. He just got the coaching job too, man. He's on in, I want to say Texas. Shout out to him, man.
You ready for some of these offensive tackles?
All right, I'm listening.
Tyrone Smith.
Okay. I like him.
Andrus Pete, guard from New Orleans. Why is he popping up on tackle?
Maybe he's a flex dude. Maybe he's flex, yeah.
Yeah, Matt Filer's on this list,
So,
too. He's listed as a guard, but
Flex
we know
dudes.
he can also play tackle. Dwayne Brown. Holy, no.
He been around for a while.
38
though.
years.
Think about it. Tyron Smith, if Tyron wants to keep playing, he'll age out just like Dwayne Brown. He'll be damn near 40 getting opportunities.
Smith's 33.
Yeah.
That might not be a bad call for just 1 year, 1 or 2 years.
Health is going to be more of an issue with him right now. That's been his knock these past couple of seasons. He's more banged up, and that makes it look kind of weird at times with his play. But to me, he's still, when healthy, a dope player.
Yeah.
But he is older. He is older now.
Almost a better version of that Flozell Adams pickup we made back in the day. Just for like a year, little spot start for us.
I remember that was one of my favorite people that I got to play against because I was such a fan of him in Dallas. I was so happy to play against him.
They said he was so washed in Dallas, and then like we picked him up. I actually thought he wasn't that bad. Like I thought he was an upgrade. That's how bad our O-line was. He was an upgrade over whoever we had.
That's crazy.
I'm serious.
Yeah, that's definitely crazy. Because we was looking at that thing. I remember talking to my uncle, bro. You know we've been watching Flo. I'm like, dude, I got the tape right now. I'm telling you now, I feel good. Showed up, bro. We was getting after it too. Oh my gosh. 7. That's the difference, man. 7. When you got the guys, it's different. It's like, bro, we was hooping. Fitzpatrick was hooping. Stevie J was hooping. We was open, but 7.
Again, I'm not saying Flozell was all world for us, but that's how bad our our O-line was. Where I actually liked Flozell in his year here. I was like, okay, he ain't bad.
And now that's why when we talk O-line for the Steelers, and I always think back to that, and when you they with them, I'm like, bro, no, that was a bad situation.
We were still bad at that point.
It was
once we started drafting Pouncey, DeCastro, those guys. Started getting there. That's when our O-line really got back to
so
where
I was
it should
like,
be.
Man, that was just the thing. It was like, yo, can you tackle 7? I'm like, nope.
Yeah, like
everybody jumping on 7. Can't bring 7 down.
08 to like 10, 11, our line was just straight garbage. Yeah. Straight garbage. Trenton Brown.
Big. Ooh, baby Huey. Shout out to Trenton, man.
Jonah Williams.
I like Trenton, man. I just don't know what his energy is, man. He big time. You feel me? But because he's big time, he's also one of them dudes that you're not going to just.
So he got $6.5 million last year.
Yeah, because, like I said, he is a good player. He's had some health. He's had some weight. But he's also a dude that you're not going to just talk to and treat certain ways either. Not saying that it could be like how Chooks, but it could get to that is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I rocks with him, though. Like I said, I ain't got no issue with it.
You think he'd be an upgrade at right tackle and move Broderick to left? Upgrade over Chooks, at least.
Put it like this, man. I would have to go back and like watch him this season.
Yeah.
Because part of my mind on him is how he's been in and out. And part of that was, like you said, some of the health stuff, but also I felt like him in New England at times was bumping. So that's the part where I'm like, I need to go back and like watch that more before we would know. But in terms of just his play when he is healthy, yeah, I think that he is a dope player, great size, and has played in this league for a while. Has had success in this league, both in New England and when he was out with the Raiders also. So it's like we've seen him in both situations. We've seen him have success pre-money, post-money, so it's not a motivation thing. But at the same time, you just, like I said, I got to look more into what was going on with that situation because we're still so young on that side of the ball that you still want to be a little careful about just the energy that you're bringing into that room over there, man. Because they all feel that. And when the dude you said $6 million last year, right? When the dude making that money and that's low end for him, it's just a different type of when they got an issue or when they say something, it just hit different in that room. So that's my only thing. And because he's not a guy that's been homegrown, think Chuk's homegrown. It's like, man, even when Chuk kind of bucked, he still kind of walked it back afterwards. It's like, all right, now he's kind of just chills. Everything's kind of, all right, we good. I don't know about if he going to take it like that because he typically don't take it like that. And that's the place where he's been at longer. So
Melvin Ingram type of scenario.
Yeah. And like I said, I don't want to say that would be the case. I just think that that's something that you have to be aware of, especially when you're talking about a situation where you could have adversity early on. We know we're looking at new coordinator coming in here, and at least bare minimum is Kenny that we hadn't seen for a month. So to just anticipate maybe some adversity at the beginning portion of the season, you got to be real careful about who you bringing in them scenarios because that could just create another situation that you don't want to have to deal with right now, man.
You want me to just rattle off some names and then
if
go
anyone
for it, man. Sticks out, you talk about them. Jonah Williams.
I mean, Johnny's. I got a little bad. Yeah. I don't know how I felt about that one. Give me another one.
Josh Neiman.
Not familiar with him all the way.
Me neither. Green Bay.
Yeah, not familiar with him.
Jonah
familiar with him.
Lucas.
Where at?
Washington, 32 years old.
Nah.
James Hurst.
Yeah, heard of him.
Right tackle, New Orleans. George Fant. Right tackle, Houston.
Yep. Fant straight, though. I mean, Fant was...
I think I paid $3 million last year.
I was going to say, did you want to look at the Steelers-Texans game? Remember who he was matched, though, with? That was supposed to be the Duck. That was supposed to be the matchup. We said, man, we need our outsides to kill their tackles.
TJ.
Yeah.
They got the ball quick.
Yeah. I was like, man, he did well enough. Yeah. Because TJ ain't kill him. He ain't kill him that game.
No. Jermaine Yulmanure.
I've heard of him. I don't know how to pronounce his name. I know you're talking about, though.
Vegas Raiders, right tackle. Donovan Smith, left tackle, KC.
Yeah.
Oli Udoh, tackle for Minnesota.
Not familiar with him. No.
Matt Filer.
How old is Matt now? 32?
31 and a half.
Bro, shout out the
I wouldn't mind that signing. If he was willing to be a backup for basically all the O-line positions.
Matt's capable. Trust me, Matt's definitely capable. Matt
100%
fits the vibe. Matt 100% the humble dude. You're not dealing with egos and pride. He coming in here, he's ready to work. He been paid in this league. He's been one of the lowest paid dudes in this league at the same time, man. You talk about a guy that really got it out the mud. Oh, that's Matt Filer, man. So, yeah, when you just talking about bringing him in, yeah, that's positional flexibility. You know, you play right guard, left guard, you play right. You play all the tackle spots. If you need to get out of a jam, that's definitely a Swiss Army knife in. Like you said, man, he's very familiar. That's legit homegrown. That's like he was the seed that we didn't even know was a seed all the way. It just kind of was like flopping around over there. It's like, oh, it kind of grew into something. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. Shoot, shout out to Matt, man. Shout out to him, bro. Come home. Come back.
I think it'd be a great sign.
Come back. BJ did it. Why don't you do it next? Come
Yeah,
home.
him and Terrell Edmonds.
Come home.
Those are two guys that like that back.
Bring my guys back, man. Bring them back, Deke. That made me not feel as
That'll
old.
be the last name. Because I could go on. I don't recognize many of these other ones.
I like that. Because low-key, man, you could literally... I mean, because there's a strong possibility that we're probably going to be parting ways with Chooks. Think we could all probably see that direction. I don't think we're parting with Dan. I think you keep Dan because Dan's under contract.
I don't
Dan's
think so
cheap.
either.
You don't need to. Now, he could be trade bait depending on if you draft something high enough.
Kevin
because
Dawson.
He has started multiple seasons, yeah.
Man, you want to talk about bringing someone back?
Dotson as well. But you're going to have to pay Dotson more now.
That hurts. That one hurts. Especially with how James Daniel played this year.
Yeah, I would agree.
That really hurt.
Yeah.
I get why we traded Dotson, but, man.
Yeah.
That sucked.
I would agree.
Did was a Steeler fan growing up.
I would agree, man. Had a fire number 2. Cool cat. Came on the show and everything, man. You know, we rock with him.
Yep.
Man.
I think he still follows me.
Shout out to
I
Dotson,
think
bro.
he still supports.
He a real one, bro. I like him, man.
S. Dresden, Moats, Steelers won't move up for franchise quarterback. What do you think about bringing in Darnold? He could finish Pickett at experiment at worst. At best, we are title contenders, in my opinion.
No, I agree with you, man. I don't think that the Steelers won't move up. I just don't think that they feel they need to this season. You're not moving up to get, what we might deem the next version of a franchise quarterback while you're already confirming that Kenny Pickett is going to come into this offseason as QB1. They were looking to bring in competition. Coach T didn't say we're looking to go ahead and just flat out upgrade or we're getting us a new quarterback 1. He said Kenny's QB1. We're going to bring in some competition. We would like to have Mason back, but Kenny's QB1. So that's, I think, more the reason why they're not going to move up. I don't think it's like out of the equation forever. I think if this didn't work, don't be surprised next year if they moved up, because Omar Khan has shown that he is very aggressive with how he operates in the draft, man. But in terms of bringing in Sam Darnold, we talked about that yesterday.
Yeah.
We like
Who
him.
brought that up?
TG did. Yeah, he said that's a name to watch for. And I would agree now when he broke it down the way that he did, because you saw Sam Darnold come in and play well this year. We know that he is a high pedigree guy who's been around and has starter experience, but more importantly, he's very talented. So less about how productive he can be when you're talking about just talent in a practice setting. You know how hard it is to beat out a professional on that level every day in practice because of how talented he is? That's what you want to see from Kenny, though. That's the thing with Mitch. When we said why Mitch was the guy early on, Mitch knows how to practice, and Mitch is a professional, and Mitch is ultra talented. So that's a big reason why, So with Sam Darnold, you're going to get that same extent. But more importantly for Kenny, that's somebody that you're not looking at and saying that I can't beat him. But what we would all agree is if you can't beat Sam Darnold, then yeah, we need to go ahead and draft this guy the following year, because we don't deem Sam Darnold as our franchise guy. But is he good enough to start? Sure, he can start. We've seen multiple quarterbacks worse than him start. So that's kind of, like I said, my thought process with it. And I think he'll be cheap. I don't think
you're not
he's gonna
feeling
cost a lot
great
of
if
money.
he's your starter.
Yeah, but at the same time, if Kenny can't beat out Sam Darnold, we're in a bad situation anyways. I'm not looking at Sam Darnold as my long-term answer, but I'm looking at Sam Darnold as a legit dude to push Kenny, and I'm going to find out a lot about Kenny. If Kenny can't beat out of Sam Darnold, then this ain't what I need no how. But we still going to have to roll through the season anyways, and that's why it's like, all right, at least Sam Darnold could give us some form of something.
Or at least he still has upside.
Yeah.
If things go south, where it's like, all right, let's see what he can do
Yeah.
for a stretch of games.
And we do know he is
like
talented. He has the talent stuff.
Yeah, does he have that little bit in him that a lot of people still, or not?
Yeah.
No, definitely not a lot of people. I'm sorry. Some people think that he may have, that got him drafted number 3 overall back in 2017,
because of how he looked out in San Fran this offseason, bro.
Can he untap that a little bit and go on almost like a Mason type of run?
Yeah. Because he is more talented than any of these dudes.
I think it makes complete sense. If we don't get Mason back, bring in Sam Darnold to be the guy as competition for Kenny Pickett. If not him, another name being brought up in the chat. I don't like him, but I think it would be good competition for Kenny. Ryan Tannehill, like you've mentioned him before. Like there's certain guys you could bring in.
My only hesitancy with Ryan Tannehill is this: Sam Darnold hasn't proven that he can be a guy. He hasn't proven that he can take a franchise and win consistently. Tannehill took a team to an AFC championship. Tannehill has been the franchise guy that's got the $100 million contract and has been the legitimate winner. Not when Sam Darnold when he got the option picked up. We looking at Carolina like, why the heck y'all doing that? Like Tannehill actually showed a lot more. So my fear for Kenny is if you bring in Tannehill, that might be too much. Just across the board, when you're talking about the field, when you're talking about the competition, when you're talking about just how that's going to look on a day-to-day because of where it's been. Those are some of the things where I'm just like, you're not even talking the same price range either, Sam Darnold versus Ryan Tannehill. So I just think by what you're going to pay Tannehill.
The Tannehill market will be interesting.
Yeah.
It's as much as, I'm not really interested in Tannehill as a player. Like, as a QB1 or anything.
Yeah.
I think his market's interesting because just where he's at in his career.
Seriously, man.
Is he still viewed as a QB1
Right.
from other or at least as a guy who can compete for QB1?
Yeah, because he still has the big arm. He's still athletic, but you need to have him paired with the running game.
$15 million, or is he getting paid like $5 million?
I think more closer to 15 right now.
It's interesting. Yeah, his market's interesting.
Like I look at Darnold, Sam Darnold. I say that's more of like your 5s, your 5 to 7 type range, kind of like what the Mitch situation was. Low key, kind of what Mason's situation would be. Like I see all of them kind of in the same vein. I just think Tannehill, what he's been able to do and kind of sustain, specifically in Tennessee, I just think he puts himself a cut above all of them dudes right there. So that's why I'm like, man, we bringing in him, get you the backup. Like I think it's that message being sent where Sam Darnold, I think the message is compete. Like I said, man, if Kenny Pickett ever got to where Tannehill was, I would love what I was seeing from Kenny. He just hasn't given me Tannehill just yet. He ain't even giving me Miami Tannehill. Miami Tannehill won't even like that, but he was still just consistent. He was available. He would do the things that we knew. If this is what you do well, we were going to see that part. Now, the other stuff, it was like, all right, now this is what you're not capable of, but we do. Okay, you can use your legs. Now you got this big arm, and you're going to be out there. And then you get to Tennessee, you're playing with a running game, a defense, good coach, and variable. And now it's like, oh, shoot, you done took a team to the playoffs multiple years. You done took a team to the AFC Championship game. You actually have won meaningful games now, man. You've shown that you can legit face some pressure. And the real time we saw you finally fall off was when Derrick Henry got hurt. And you had to go that span of being the guy. But we would all agree. Tannehill is like a Kirk Cousins, like a Jimmy G. They're high-end, dope players, but they're not elite great, that class. But they still get a lot of success, get a lot of production, get a lot out of their teams. That's why I'm just like, I need to see Kenny just get to there first before I could even say that he's going to surpass Tannehill. That's why I'm like, if Tannehill was here, Tannehill's QB1 unless Kenny shows something crazy. But that's why I'm thinking Darnold is, or if we really want Kenny to get a chance, I say Sam Darnold.
All right, so here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's if you were the coach, you would have Tannehill as QB1. I'm not so certain if we sign Tannehill. I guess depends on the contract. Like if the contract's too high, I don't even think we're interested.
Mm-hmm.
But if we sign Tannehill, based off Tomlin's comments,
but that's why I don't think
he would still have Kenny Pickett QB1.
But this is what I'm saying. This is why I don't even think Tannehill is even in this conversation. Because Tannehill and Kenny Pickett in 2024 are two different classes of quarterback right now. Not saying that Kenny can't get to that and surpass it, but today he has not. Today we more so saying that Mason is shown more closer to Tannehill than Kenny has, because Kenny has shown us a flash inconsistent, flash hurt, flash not available, right? Mason gave you 4. Tannehill's giving you multiple seasons consecutively of that.
He has been on a downward trend in his career, though.
We said who got hurt. Once Henry got hurt last year, it really started to slow down, and then this year, it was still a little bit of the same. You got to have him with a running game, and we also not saying that you're paying him the contract that he got in Tennessee either. We're coming down off of that number also. But I just think that to act as if he hasn't shown a lot more.
I'll give you that, but here's what I'm wondering is, like, I mean, could you even get that version of him at this point where he's at in his career? And I don't even like that version, like because you know how I feel about Tannehill just in general.
That's fair, but the rebuttal is, has Kenny shown that he can at least give you that? Because he technically hasn't. He's giving you a flash.
I think that's what you're wanting to see. I think it would be like a disservice to you drafting picking in the first round. That's why I don't think you could bring in Tannehill.
That's what I don't think you could bring in Tannehill though, because I do think Tannehill is just a better player right now, and Kenny would be sitting behind him barring injury. I think Sam Darnold is more appropriate because Darnold is talented, but Darnold hasn't put it together on a consistent enough basis like Tannehill has. So with Darnold, it'll get interesting because of the arm talent, but this is where you want to see Kenny have to be more of the full quarterback. I think Tannehill's a better full quarterback right now, but I do think that Kenny could reach to that level.
Oh, for sure.
But that's the thing right now. That's like, what I'm expecting. We just haven't seen it yet.
That's what I'm expecting,
right. But that's why for me,
fair.
it's like
Tannehill has done more in the league than Kenny
he's
Pickett
already
up to this
proven.
point. I'll give you that. But
so that's why it's like if you're bringing Tannehill here, how are we going to say, hey, the proven version of what we think you can get to, we're going to sit that behind you and just
again,
that part don't make sense.
I don't know. I don't know if Tannehill's there, like prime Tannehill. I don't think he's there anymore. Anyway,
he still took a team to an AFC Championship game and been to the postseason.
I know, but
times.
that's what I'm saying. That was like how many years ago? That was what 20? Was that 2019?
Where are we getting the optimism for Kenny professionally though? In contrast to why we're so negative,
he's just younger.
On
like that's what it is. He's just younger. We like
so it's just
Tannehill's
a number
careers.
Yeah,
all out there. We've seen it all. I feel like he's hit his cap.
Yeah,
Kenny's younger, and yeah, you want to see that. Like you drafted him in the first round, and again, I'll bring up some of the good stuff that Kenny has done thus far throughout his career with the game-winning drives, winning record, quarterback, all that stuff.
When you bring up all that context, that's why I just say you don't bring Tannehill here, because all that stuff, it wouldn't matter if we're watching both of these dudes with the same set of tools. I don't think it's gonna be all right. Yeah, we still gonna roll with Kenny. I think even if you let Kenny get all the QB1 reps he wanted to have, Tannehill today is still a better version right now. Now Kenny could develop into it, but we ain't seen Kenny in over a month. So it's like we go talk about a dude that we saw actually have big boy success and just act like that don't even matter when we've never even seen Kenny have that type of success. And the last time we saw him play was over a month ago. Well, that was obviously prior to this, but like the last month of the season. You catch what I'm saying? Say it. But that's why I'm like, yo, Darnold, Tyrod, any of these other dudes that have never reached true franchise quarterback, true guy status, I love that for Kenny because I don't think it's going to discourage him. I don't think it actually cuts his legs off in the competition. And I think for him, it actually is a legitimate enough challenge.
Zach Wilson?
Those are legitimate names. Seriously, bro. Those are legit. Think about it. It's not about how much you're paying them dudes. It's more so about you just want a talented dude that is enough of a something to push him. But you don't want it to be so much that now he don't feel like he could actually win it. That's why I'm like, yo, you got to kind of how you viewing these dudes, man. Your personal view on Tannehill is just different. I get it. But that's the part where I'm like, take your personal view out of it. That ain't what you want. I don't think you want that around him right now. I think a year or two from now, if he shows that he can legit put it full season, then you bring that in. Now you're not tripping. Now you say, bro, you're a great backup, bro. We ain't tripping on you. But it's hard to sell you on great backup when we all about to have Steelers fans saying, well, what about Mason? He was the third string quarterback, and he clearly was the best quarterback the whole time.
How you feel about like a Jameis?
He's interesting because to me, I like him, but I don't know. I feel like he's above Darnold. I think I personally like him more than Tannehill, but I can't actually stand on him being just proven better than him. I think he has the talent, but to say like who's played better as a pro, put it together. It's like I like certain things that James has done, but there's certain things I don't like what James has done, man. We joke about the turnovers with Josh. Josh never had the 30 for 30. Like that was a legit thing.
You
like,
know, now that I think of it, bro, how Tomlin reacted to a couple of those Mitch games with those picks, I don't think James
is 30 for 30, bro.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work.
That is a totally different conversation.
I don't think that's gonna work.
Yeah. That was my only. I'm like, I love he's talented. I think he gives you great leadership in terms of like being a guy that the dudes want to be around. But he a little wild with it, man.
Yeah, I think best options right now are Mason, and then probably Darnold. I think Darnold's that's a good name. I think he'd be after Mason,
man. Yeah.
Darnold after Mason, and then you're talking Tyrod. Yeah. I don't know if the Jets are trying to trade Zach Wilson,
but
I don't think he's available. But something like that.
Yeah. I'm liking those names, bro. Because like I said, I just don't want to bring in something that is when we all see it is like, yeah, we know that. Yeah, that's the QB one.
Well, this is where you're losing me because obviously I'm thinking like there's just no shot in hell Tannehill's winning QB1 over Kenny. Like that's my.
You could pick whatever season you would like.
I get where you're coming from.
That's my whole thing,
I
bro.
just still believe in Kenny. I just flat out still believe in Kenny.
I do too. that's why I said if it was a year from now, I think it's a different convo because we would have seen where he could actually get out there and prove it and have that type of confidence coming into this competition. He might look at Mason like, all right, bro, like this really about to be a fight. Tannehill, that's the conversation. Even Mason ain't done that just yet.
Well, again, my mindset is I'm taking Mason over Tannehill all day, every day too.
That's cool. You know how I feel. I'll take Tannehill. You could take Mason and Kenny. Put them together if you want, bro. One has taken a team multiple times way further, bro.
Like,
you know what they say. When you got two of them, you ain't got one, bro.
The Moats podcast team versus the Deke pod. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
I'm taking this guy over that guy.
Yeah,
and then we could look at those guys at the end of the season.
So as it stands right now, I have Josh Allen and Ryan Tannehill. You got Mason Rudolph and Kenny Pickett.
Whoa. We didn't start the game yet.
Are we really about to do that
we
one?
We didn't start the game.
Because I'm like, if you really want to do that one, bro, yeah. I was like,
we didn't start the game.
You ain't trying to do that one.
Do we want to do it? I'm throwing it. I think it'd be an interesting little game.
You know, I'm gonna ride with Josh, bro. If we take a quarterback, I'm gonna ride with Josh.
We're not talking the Josh thing just yet. We're on Tannehill. We're getting off topic a little bit.
I was like, if that's what we talking, I'm taking that one. Are we talking Tannehill versus Kenny in terms of 2024?
Yeah.
You're asking me today before I even know where Tannehill ends up? Or?
Yeah. I guess we could. It's just an idea. I think it'd be a fun game because you know how you just say I'll take this guy over that guy.
Yeah, I'm with you, bro.
TG taking Dak over Josh Allen.
We can do it, bro. He did say that. He got to stand on it too. He got to stand on that one. Yeah, we not stand
he said
on it.
Kyle Trask over Kirk Cousins.
Stand on it. Yeah, stand on all of them. Stand on all of them, bro. But yeah, I just think, man, like I get it. Tannehill isn't an elite quarterback. For people that don't like really good quarterbacks, you start to get this like warped vision of really good quarterbacks. Bro, he's a really good quarterback in this league, man.
I just haven't seen chips with those guys.
You've seen an AFC Championship appearance, though. What have you seen close with the Kenny or Mason right now? That's my only thing. It's like specifically those two. I'm not tripping on
this upside. This is why this is a huge year for Kenny.
100%, bro.
Like if 100%, bro. Kenny doesn't deliver how I expect him or think that he's capable of, then we're talking about a new quarterback.
Yeah.
Same with Mason.
Oh yeah, either one of them. Yeah, either one of them, man.
What did I want to say?
X-Concepts just brought up how Will Levis. He said Will Levis outplayed Kenny every week with the worse offense.
That's not true.
That's what he said, though.
That's not true.
That's definitely what he said.
That's definitely not true. I remember.
I would agree with you, bro, but that's what he said.
I remember Levis had those 4 touchdowns in his first game, and I hadn't heard from him since. He was not doing that amazing down with the Titans.
Man, they said Levis down here cooking.
I was keeping some tabs on him because everyone was talking him up so much whenever we faced off on Thursday night, and everyone's like, "Oh, Levis is so much better than Pickett." Meanwhile, Pickett had the game-winning drive, won the game. Levis threw the game-losing pick. Everyone's like, "Oh, look at Levis. He's so good. He's the Titans franchise."
Yeah.
I don't think he did jack shit since then.
I think he was just hype. People get hype about him, but I don't.
Yeah, he had a cute first game and whatever.
Because Tannehill won the end one, right? That was Tannehill out there for the. Or was that?
Yeah, Tannehill up us out.
Yeah, that was for the last
Shout
one, bro. Yeah,
it was a weird feeling.
It was Tannehill and Edmonds,
it was
bro.
A weird feeling relying on Tannehill.
Tannehill and Edmonds, man.
Thank you.
Victory formation. Let's go. Yeah, finish it out strong. Took all the doubt out, bro. Come on, man. Ew.
I had something else I wanted to say, and I completely forgot.
But I do think that as a whole, man, I'm not against seeing Kenny get an opportunity. I'm not. I just think that specifically Tannehill, I just have a higher opinion of Tannehill.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. If it was him in Miami, I think I'd still be talking a little bit less of him. But it's like I've seen him do enough stuff in Miami where I didn't like it, but you still show that you could be a guy. And then I saw you actually become a guy in Tennessee. Now, yeah, you had a dope running back, but who don't need dope pieces? Like, I'm not knocking him for that. The same way we don't knock Kenny Pickett when Najee Harris and Jalen Warren look good. It's like, bro, you need pieces. But the thing that I will say is, man, he also was showing that he could deliver some of them big passes down the yard, man, specifically when it was A.J. Brown with D-Hop to an extent, but D-Hop definitely isn't the same as A.J. Brown right now.
Yeah. Man, I thought I had something really good I want to say, but oh well.
It sounded good in my heart either way. Whatever it was, man, I agree with it, bro.
Something good to add to the conversation, but I thought we said enough there. Yeah, that was back to I don't know whose comment that was. They just mentioned Sam Darnold.
S. Dresden. That was Dresden, man.
Good comment.
Shout out to you, S. Dresden. Heck yeah, man.
And he also
And I gotta be careful with you though, Deke, man, because I'm thinking what you pulling up on, man. Also, who you taking this guy versus that going week to week. If you align more Steeler players, it's gonna make it look like I'm picking against the guys. I'm just trying to throw that out. I don't like how y'all have already tried to like assassinate my brand. Y'all tried to come at me and be like, "Oh, you're not really a Steeler fan. You're this, you're that. You're a Bills guy." You know what I'm saying? Da-da-da-da. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I just don't like how that energy is already. I could just see that potentially getting, dangerous for me. I think you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be good. I just think when I start picking my players, they be like, "Dang, Moats, you gonna take him over him? What you mean you gonna take Diggs over Deontay Johnson?" I'd be like, "Bro, why you doing me like this? What you mean you gonna take Deion Dawkins over Broderick Jones? Why like, come on, Dig, why you doing me like this, bro? Come on, man. What you gonna take James Cook over Jalen Warren? How dare you?
I'll take JPJ over Tre'Davious White right now if you want to do that.
He said right now. I think so
that.
specific right now. All right, there it is.
Not going into this season. I think JPJ has a better year.
Respect. No, he should.
Right,
should?
yeah. He should, going into the second
he definitely
year.
Should.
White got all these injuries.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, I like Ed Oliver that had the best year out of any of them D tackles that we gonna have out here.
Keanu Benton. Keanu Benton on the come up.
Any of them.
I might take Benton. I'll take Benton.
And I love Benton. But any of them. I love Benton. I'm a Benton fan. Benton is nice, bro. I love Benton's game, bro. It's Reese with Ed, though, bro. Hey.
That one's tougher to evaluate.
Maybe I'm biased. You know what I'm saying? I actually talked to him on draft night. I ain't talked to Keanu. So it was, yeah.
S. Dredson has another comment, though, here. Moats, Jerison Newton might be something like Hamp.
All right, man.
Who was the next Hamp last year? That was Ika, right?
Yeah, out of Baylor. Where did he end up at again? I forgot. Because Travis, the cat from UConn, he's in Baltimore.
Yeah. Baltimore snags.
Yeah.
They always have good drafts.
Yeah, he went to Baltimore.
They always have good drafts.
And then
like guys that we really talk up in the pre-draft process, they fall to Baltimore and they get. And Cleveland was able to capitalize on some of those dudes, like J.O.K.
You know why? Because we know ball and they know ball. When they doing what we saying, that just mean we know ball, bro. They probably
Steelers have had some good drafts though too.
You know why? Because we talk about them. They listen to us, D. Come on, man. Don't shortchange yourself.
It's just a bummer that other AFC North teams are also having good drafts.
But they all picking the same people we talking about, which is nuts, man.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to you, Let's Go UW. I'm with you. He said I need to sue the chat for defamation.
Like, how did Kyle Hamilton drop to the Ravens?
Which is kind of crazy. We would have picked him, though, if he dropped a little bit more.
Maybe.
No, he wouldn't.
I don't know. Maybe.
Would have been interesting. Would have been interesting. Would have been interesting, man.
It would have been.
Mm-hmm.
I think you draft Hamilton there if he falls. If you were serious about Kenny Pickett, you just trade back up in the first round.
Yeah.
Then get on with it. What happens to Pickens though? I don't know.
It would have got weird.
Yeah, because you probably would have had to use your second rounder to trade back up into the first. Well, if Kenny balls out this year, I don't.
It all works out.
Kyle Hamilton.
Heck yeah, it all works out. This is the year. Make it look right. Make it make sense.
Yep.
Ease on mine, bro. Ease on mine.
Luke P, thoughts on Arthur Smith and Munchak if they're a package deal? No.
I don't like the package deal part. I like the Munchak part. I don't like the package deal part.
Yeah, hell no. I do not want Arthur Smith here.
Yeah, I like his first name, though. I'm a big fan of all Arthurs. If your name is Arthur, first name, last name, middle name, nickname, I like you. All right? So, but, yeah, I personally, we could, and we're more UPS.
How'd that dude even get a head coaching job?
It's pops is FedEx, bro. Chill out. You know how that go.
Well, it's probably because of Derrick Henry. Wasn't he around the Titans?
I think he was. Yeah.
That's probably it. Yeah, all right.
Arthur Smith straight, though, man. Shout out to Arthur Smith, man. But Munchak, yeah, I don't want the package deal. I'm with you. No package deal.
Let's go, UW. Y'all see AB and CJ show CT ESPN. CTE ESPN.
Unfortunately, it did come across my desk.
It's an actual show, or they're just talking about it?
It's a concept that they're talking of. Yeah. Chandler Jones, former teammate out in Arizona with the Cardinals, and Antonio Brown, other former teammate with the Steelers. Who would have thought that Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen among MVP finalists? I'm sorry, I just got distracted. But yeah, who would have thought though that them two dudes would end up Where they are right now, bro? Did not have that on my bingo card, baby. Did not. But
If they actually started, how many episodes do they make it through before
I give
the
them
show
3
collapses?
max. 3 max, because the way that I know this
Those will
one,
be some very talked about shows.
bro, it's going to be record breaking the first episode. I can assure you. I know what this one's on, and I'm loosely following this other one over here. Yeah, bro. That's breaking the internet. Now, it's a lot of collateral damage that's going to come from that episode. It's a lot of collateral damage. I don't know how accurate all of it's going to be, but it's going to be some realness in it. It's going to be, because they both speak real. They speak from the heart. The delivery isn't the best, and sometimes they go a little bit too far when they're trying to get their point across, all right? But usually it is in the framework. So it's going to be some of that. It might break down like the Cat Williams joint, bro. Yeah, I can see it. I can definitely see it, man. Mm-hmm. That's scary. That's a scary combo, man. That is a scary combo.
Christian 15213.
Let's go, Christian. Good to see you in the building, baby.
He says Ramon Foster just interviewed Mason Rudolph with a live question and answer.
Let's go.
Really good interview. Really
Let's
good
go.
interview.
I like
Relationships are strong. What do you think this means? Is he staying?
I don't think it has anything to do with him staying. I think that that's just their dynamic. Mason was here while Ramon was here. Mason does, I don't know how his connection is in Tennessee, but he does have some connection down there. Ramon is also a Tennessee dude, man. So shout out to Ramon, man. I'm happy to hear that though, man. That's my dude over there. And he killing it too, man. My dude. That's my guy right there, man. Any of my dudes, I get this.
I saw a lot of comments earlier. I gotta address the elephant in the room. A lot of comments earlier were saying they were cheating on our podcast by going over there to listen while we were live.
That's my man's in them, bro. That's Moan, bro. If you don't pull up on Moan and tell Moan I said what's good,
they felt bro. The chat felt guilty about it.
Well, I appreciate you feeling good, but you ain't gotta feel guilty, man. That's my dog over there, man. We ain't. I told you, man. We are not. It's no beef. It's no competition. All right. Deke heard was bumping this Drake over here. All right. Yeah. I'm only in competition with me, man. All right. We ain't looking around nowhere else. All right. It's period. Let's go. Who's trying to lose? Nah, I ain't going there. We just chilling. That's my man's though, man. Love what he doing, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to Deke. They got a little dynamic, man, that's popping off. But my man Moan, man, he been rocking out, man. Salute my brother right there, man. Always love, man. So yes, I appreciate you, Christian, supporting him, man, and tapping in with the interview. And that is a dope thing that he got going over there as well, man.
Let's go, you up, Moats. My guy, Easton Gibbs.
Hold on. Bink the Patuzzi. He says, yeah, I was listening until I realized y'all were on with the crying emojis. Why y'all like this, bro? Yeah, man. It's all good, bro. That's my dude, though, man. That's my dude.
I mean, we'll have to check it out. See what Mason has
bro.
to say.
He might have dropped some nuggets. We'll be over here reacting to that. That's my man's, though, Mel. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll be talking. For next show.
Right.
I'm
if
sure
it's
we'll
something
talk about
fire,
it on
we
Monday.
definitely gonna react to it. Heck yeah. Absolutely.
John Easton saying we needed a Kenny interview to counter.
See.
No, Ben. We needed Ben. Ben on at the same time they got Mason.
They
That's
just
what we
want
needed.
beef. They just want beef. Why y'all just want beef? Stop it, man. I was over here like, we'll just do a joint thing. We just all stream at the same time. You know what I mean? It's just like big group show. Hey. Jeez.
No, that would have been perfect.
Yeah.
That would have been perfect. If they had Mason on, we get Ben on. Same exact time.
And you know how toxic our chat is. They be over here. That interview weak. Don't over here, Mason. They got Ben over here. Ha.
We got the guy you were sitting behind this whole time.
You still in the lower room. Ha. Yep.
They got the GOAT. Let's go, UW. Moats, my guy, Easton Gibbs, another Logan Wilson type, will be in the Shriners Bowl next week.
Respect.
Don't forget my guy, Frank Crum.
Let's go.
Right tackle this draft.
All right. I'm taking a picture of all the names right now. You know I got you, bro. You know I got you, man.
Easton Gibbs.
Yeah. Like I said,
Frank Crum.
Like I said,
what a name.
Deke got me to fall off the wagon, man, and I started back cutting on tape last night. So you know how that go, man. Once that dope hit, it hit. So yeah, man, we're gonna start getting into it more and more. And definitely, like I said, once that Super Bowl hit, and I unplug for a couple and then come back, Deke. Oh yeah, then we locked and loaded.
Jackson, I was going to read, jeez, man, it's Yo Young talking about Jackson Powers. So
Okay, yeah.
The username as Jackson Powers, but he says Jackson Powers is nasty. He'll probably go in the 20s.
Okay. And that's where we picking right now.
I have no clue who he is.
You want to pull him up real quick?
Jackson Powers.
Yeah. Just a little brief little. See what he had.
He sounds like a guard.
Sound like a big man.
Yeah.
Or a defensive dude.
Offensive lineman.
There it is.
Yeah. He is Remington Trophy top center.
Remington Trophy, man?
Jackson Powers. Like, that's...
All right.
Come on.
Well, just...
That's an interior lineman. I
like
called it just based off his name.
I like it. And we also we've had 2 other Remington award winners, BJ Finney and Hassenauer. JC Hassenauer. He was another dude I want to say that won the Remington as well, man. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, if I remember correctly,
guessed.
I think it was both of them as well as like the top centers coming out. Yeah.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Would have never guessed. But okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, center, sure.
I like it though. All right. Like I said, I got them documented, man. So I would definitely tap in on them, man. And yeah, because this is what we do in all season. You know that, man. Especially leading up to the draft. We got plenty of time. But yeah, we're gonna cut tape. We're gonna talk about all these dudes, man, that y'all sitting in, because this is what I love to do. And it give me something to do. All right. I be sitting on the curb like, man, let me look up a player. So I like when y'all actually have a player in mind, because now it's like, okay, I'm doing this for you now. All right. I know you specifically asked about it. And that's why I was like, man, I started loving all them Wyoming cats, because let's go UW. I'm like, bro, he the one always putting us on. I'm like, yo, I watch him, I like him. All right, let's get it.
How's Muma doing?
He didn't play that much from what I saw this year. It was
Okay. I see Devin Lloyd
was out there this
down
morning.
there.
Yeah, it was because it was more
Yeah.
Muma. I want to say last year. Lloyd was more this year. I'd have to go back and look though. Didn't watch a ton of Jacksonville. I watched him that one time in, was it London? Yeah.
Another guy I thought was going to be good.
Yeah.
Devin Lloyd.
Well, we got to see.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's balling.
Yeah.
Back-to-back seasons.
That's what I'm saying.
20
Like,
plus tackles.
mm-hmm.
Got some picks.
Staying healthy.
Christian 15213 says, I do not care about Kenny's feelings.
No, and that's respect. And honestly, this is the thing too. I'm not speaking to Kenny's feelings when I was talking about Tannehill. I was literally just speaking to, in terms of, was it January 25th, 2024? I just think that if Tannehill was on this roster this upcoming season, I think that he is just definitively better as it stands today. So when you bring in a guy like that, I just think it's a lot more of a challenge on Kenny. It's not even a conversation about him really competing. I think that you've officially said that you're my backup now, at least for this season. I just think that's a hard thing to ever be able to come back for him in this setting right now. This is very different than Mason. Mason was not drafted as, you're supposed to be the guy. Mason was not brought in here and we're like, yo, even though this looked like this, we still coming back to you. It's been the opposite for Mason, right? Kenny, on the other hand, he got the full rollout. He, is the draft pick. He is the first rounder. That's the dude that we're viewing as the next in line. So it's just hard to bring in a dude that has already been the guy at 2 separate spots and has had success at both, but really was successful here. And now you're bringing him over here with a dude that has a lot of uncertainty around him as it stands today. Right? Nobody would be surprised if Mason were to beat him out this offseason and be the QB1. But because of that type of uncertainty just for a Mason, I just personally feel like with Tannehill, he's already surpassed where these dudes are trying to get to. Any of these other dudes, though, yeah, we don't care about the feelings part of that, but I think that he will naturally beat them out. I think he legitimately can beat out of Sam Darnold. I think he legitimately beats out of Zach Wilson. I think he would legitimately get the nod over Tyrod Taylor. I got to give my dude some respect. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Tyrod. But he would get the nod over Tyrod. When in doubt, go with the youth. When in doubt. All right? But also, all those dudes I just named and that right there are a lot cheaper than what a Tannehill would cost too. So, like I said, if we got surprised and he was on a $5 million deal, I think that's a totally different conversation. I personally think that Tannehill's money, though, is going to be closer to, you would be a QB1 type of dude or how we're looking at you. Not franchise, but I think that they're still going to kind of look at him in that vein. So that was, like I said, more of why with that. But in terms of just his overall feelings on bringing competition, I think we passed that when we started, saying that Mason was going to get the start in the postseason.
AJ Martinez, nice. Everyone's in the upper room.
Let's go. And shout out to AJ Martinez too, man. Absolute rock star at life, man. We always appreciate you being in the building with us.
AJ Martinez says, give Kenny 6 games. After that, call in the Wolf. Number 2 to save the season again and trade 8 to the Vikings. Let's go. AJ, the chat, Diggler, 5-5.
Talk that talk.
That's a bold prediction. What are we doing then? Like, why are you starting with Kenny then if you think we're gonna bench him after 6 games? You just start with Mason.
Or if you feel like Mason is that much better, it's like, why are we wasting time?
You're calling him the Wolf.
Yeah, if he the Wolf, I think of Pulp Fiction, the Wolf is a bad mamma jamma, man. But either way, the Wolf is a bad dude. If you just that could be Deke's nickname. He's the Wolf. Just whoever that is, just sounds like a bad man.
That's the Wolf of Wall Street. I'll just go by Deke.
Shout out to him too. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a
That
bold
boy
claim
said,
right there.
call it the Wolf.
I think it's a bold claim.
I love it. Call it the Wolf, bro. Bring him in. Oh.
AJ Martinez says, I can't super chat and drive in the rain very well. Yeah, don't do that.
Please, yeah, gosh, Lord. I appreciate you for understanding that. That's really self-aware. That's top notch right there, man. Major respect to you on that, man. Salute you. Double time salute. Y'all hit that like button one time for AJ Martinez. And don't forget to subscribe for AJ Martinez as well, man. Because that is really responsible, man. I appreciate him for that, man. Because we want everybody to be responsible. Y'all tapping in with us, all right? So salute you, AJ. But yeah, don't be. Yeah, I ain't never comment. I texting and driving. What was he live stream commenting in the rain? Lord, that's fire.
I ain't trying to comment.
That's a lot. He's super chatting too. That regular chat, super chat. That's a lot. That's a lot you got going on right now, bro. But I like your energy. But please be safe.
Let's go. UW says, if Levis did nothing until he got hurt, what exactly did Kenny do?
Yeah.
Kenny ain't productive either. We were 7-4 with Kenny. We were sitting at 7-4. Game-winning drives, clutch, all the things we know about Kenny. He did. He had some helter-skelter play. I'll admit that, but we're 7-4. Levis, I don't remember. Well, I wasn't watching him. This is a Steelers show. I do watch Steelers games.
There we go.
On the reg.
Yeah.
Not watching that many Titans games.
Right. Are you a mayonnaise and coffee type of dude?
I just know Levis wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
Didn't have the Titans with a winning record. Wasn't featured much on the highlights, Sports Center, anything like that. I wasn't seeing him.
Stephen Carpenter
Kenny at least had us at 7-4.
Stephen Carpenter said Kenny gets carried with like all caps on carried. I ain't know how you fought. Noah Hood said the same thing. He said not because of Kenny, defense carried him. Jay Swizzle says Kenny 1 drive, 1 read Pickett. Let's go UW says last I checked, wins on the QB stat. Big Huncho Noriega says, can Kenny retire already? God dang. All right. Stop. Get off of him, man. Get off of him.
I get you on the wins on a QB
Get
stat,
off of him,
but
man.
winning is the most important thing for a quarterback to do.
Which we would all agree.
That's
We would
the
all
best
agree
way
with
to
that, man.
phrase that.
We would all agree with that.
Best way to phrase
Then you
it.
either can get it done or you can't, right?
And
So,
it hasn't, despite what the chat is telling you right now, it hasn't been all in spite of Kenny Pickett. Yes,
Yeah.
has his play not been up to standard? Sure.
and
But
I would agree.
let's not act like the game-winning drives don't count.
Yeah.
Let's not act like the
They
fourth
all
quarter
go hand
Kenny
in hand.
wasn't legitimately happy. Like, I'm not even talking
Yeah.
about the game-winning drives. Like,
No,
he would
fourth quarter
he
production, you
would
saw it.
severely step up his play in the fourth
Yeah.
quarter, and we'd win some of these games.
Yeah. And regardless of a person's personal feelings on Kenny, and in terms of how much of a role he played in the team's winning, when you're the quarterback of a national football team, you are still very much involved in whatever success does take place out there, just because you touch the football literally every player on offense, man. So to an extent, it's like, yeah, it does matter. When you talk about some of the fourth quarter play, that was a legitimate thing. Fourth quarter Kenny, we ain't about to act like that wasn't. You know, I'm on your team with that one. Absolutely. But I think both things can be true in the sense of, yeah, we could want more early in these games, but he still provided this, and that doesn't mean
It's
that
literally
this
why I said I
this,
still
yeah.
want Mason after that Bengals game.
Yeah. So it's not saying that this matters more than this or that this matters more than that. It's just they both were impactful, and that's the context. But that's also why Kenny's coming back as QB1 for competition. If he doesn't do this, then he probably doesn't get to come back. But because he does do this really well, that's a big reason why he's coming back to be QB1. The next part is, can you develop this part? Because that's what makes it so rocky, right? When we're talking Kenny Pickett, and why we got such varying degrees when you talk just me and you, then you bring in the chat, and everybody else is like, bro, they view this dude all over the place. But that's a part of why, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Because my man Jamal Curtis, shout out to Jamal, he was like, what happened in the first 3 quarters? Like, I get it. And it's like, that is valid.
We also had Canada.
That is valid, man.
That's another part of the conversation.
Yeah. That's it. All of it kind of goes together, man. All of it plays a part. I don't think that it's fair one way or the other to try to make it all on Kenny, all on Canada, all on both of them. Were they a part of it? Sure. But at the same time, O-line was going through some stuff. Running game was going through some stuff. Receiver was going through some stuff. Defense, like, everybody has a hand in it. And that's the thing that we do still have to remember. Like, yes, is he the most important part offensively? Yes. But we can't put all of the struggles on him. We can't put all the success on him. It's, like I said, he plays a role in it, though.
Going back to what we were talking about with Lamar yesterday, how Lamar versus Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar has this mindset going into the game, like, I'm going to do everything from the first quarter to the fourth quarter to make sure that we win this. I'm focused on winning it, not just being out here being a playmaker. Sometimes I got to chuck the ball out of bounds or live to see another down, right? Whereas Josh Allen, he's going out with the mindset, I'm going to be a playmaker. I think Kenny goes into these games like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to win this game. Forget the stats, forget any of that. I'm going to win. So, like, this is, I mean, it's a weak argument, but at the same time, it is legit. The dude had 4 picks. Like, the dude did not throw, like, after those first 2 games, did he even throw a pick?
I don't remember, but
like,
I know that was the knock with him from the first year.
That contributed to us winning.
Yeah.
Now, all right, he only had 4 picks, but look at all the other stats. I get that, but not turning the ball over
still matters.
Contributed to us winning those games and getting to the record of 7-4.
Yeah.
I want more ceiling. I want more upside. I want more touchdowns and like all that stuff. But the other thing is people are so critical and so just focused on the touchdowns and the fantasy stats where they'll overlook just the offense moving the ball and Kenny moving the ball down the field and us handing it off for the running back, and they'll knock Kenny for that. Yeah. So it's a mix of all this stuff. I just think the hate on Kenny is too much, and the dramatization of how bad he was this year is just, it's ridiculous.
I do agree with all of that. I just think that it is almost the market kind of correcting itself, and it kind of overcorrected from how Kenny was praised on the front end. And so now it's like, oh, y'all went too far this way. Now they went too far back this way. And we like, bro, all I said was he ain't this just yet. That don't mean that he's this. It's like, yo, he's in here right now, man.
But he even disappointed your expectations. Or underperformed for your expectations.
He did. But that still doesn't put him all the way here. They, like, when you see some of these people talk about, they talk about him almost to this level, like he's dead, done, big honcho, right? Get him out of here. Then you got John Easton, who's on the opposite other end of the spectrum. Oh yeah, he's still nice. He beat these dudes. He can go. And you're like, bro, what are we talking about? You know what I mean? But that's Kenny right now, because if you are a Kenny guy, he has given you certain things that you feel confident hanging your hat on.
I need more.
But if you're not a Kenny guy, he's giving you multiple things that you can combat anybody that's praising him. And like I said, that's why we are what we are every time we talk, man. Every single time. It's like, bro, I get it.
Let's go, UW. Y'all see Mike Mitchell was interested in being assistant DB's coach here. I wouldn't be opposed to it.
No, absolutely,
we talked about that earlier.
Absolutely, man. I'm all for it, man. Talked about it a lot, man. Yeah, I would definitely be down for it if, we can make that work, man. Team and him, numbers get right, fit. Absolutely, man. He's a dude you want to build it, man.
Butcherbergen, Zofo, 11, 4-13 or 13-4. Unite, nation. If Kenny sucks or not, we win. 2025 first pick or number 1 seed. Those are extremes. We're not gonna have the first pick. We're gonna go at least 9-8.
He's saying the way that Kenny plays, you gonna get 13-4 or you getting 4-13.
No, it's just not true. We're Mike Tomlin. We're gonna go 9-8.
Bare minimum, bare minimum. We don't have losing seasons with Coach T. Bare minimum.
Like, and if Kenny sucks, like, he's not gonna hold on to Kenny for the whole season. He'll put in the backup or whatever, and we'll at least go 9-8, no matter what.
Yeah. Because, we definitely passed that. Yeah. We 4-13. I don't know how we can get to 4. Yeah, we might trade up to the first. I don't know who can get to 4th, though. We ain't getting 4 wins. We definitely passed that, bro.
No, our defense is going to be loaded, too.
Yeah, we passed that.
I just read the Let's Go UW comment. Joe Gerbis, Moats, what does Kenny have to do to be the franchise guy? And what do coaches look for him to do to win the battle? Love the show. Deke, when's the next stream? I don't know. I don't know if he's talking in general or if this is Madden specific, but yeah,
Ooh.
I've been lax on my content this week as well. I've been, like I told you, just contemplating, relaxing. Season's over, just trying to
Quick little
recharge the
decompress,
batteries. Yeah. So I'll definitely be back on like the
Yeah.
main YouTube, probably within the week, for sure within the week, maybe even sooner than that. But Madden, that's indefinite.
Respect.
I don't know.
I like it. Self-aware though, man. That's a self-aware man that's letting you know where he's at with this thing, man. That's all you can hope for in this world, man.
I have some good ideas for Madden content though. If I do come back, I
the people
I gotta
out
get
there
in the
wanting
space.
it, man.
I
The
gotta
people
just
out
be
there
like,
wanting it,
okay,
man.
am I in?
Yeah.
Am I
People
in?
definitely
Can
want
I
it,
continue
man.
to do this?
You know the people
Maybe,
you want
maybe
it,
I
man.
just go in and say, hey, this may last a week, this may last a month, but I'm gonna give it a try.
All right, we're gonna live it together. That's what you're on, man.
I'm gonna try to get back into this.
Nah.
Come out of retirement.
Now, Joe, in terms of what do I think Kenny has to do to be the franchise guy? Number one, man, just be more routine with his footwork, more routine with his release point, more routine with his eyes, right? I thought that first game post Matt Canada, I thought he was a lot cleaner with what he was trying to see. Instead of him trying to scan every receiver option, it was just more so he knew exactly where he needed to look eyes-wise. So that's why when we're talking about some of these OCs, whether it was a Kingsbury or some of the different level of names, it's like dudes with a more proven system or just with a more, proven track record of developing quarterbacks, at least so they know vision-wise. Because I think that that's more of the battle. Not saying he can't see the field. I just think that it's happening too fast for him. So when you're talking about processing it, you look at how Mason looked this go-around versus his first go-around. He looked way more chill. Why? Because it slowed down for him. He wasn't processing it in live time for the first time. It was like he's already seen this before. Whether it was from his previous experience, whether it's from his film session, whether it was from his practice reps. And then you just get back out there and it's like, man, I've done this. This doesn't feel foreign. I'm used to the speed of this outside linebacker buzzing out there on cover 3. I know how to beat that with my arm on a deep out. I'm used to where this Tampa 2 middle runner is going to be running at, and I know how to attack this specifically. I know that, man, if pressure is coming, I don't need to escape out the back door. I'm not that type of athlete. I'm a step up type of dude, really maneuver and climb the pocket and help my tackles out, so to speak. Those are some of the things that I think would really help take his game to that next level, to be that true franchise guy, because he is talented. Does he have the best arm? Does he have the fastest legs? Is he the most athletic and all this other stuff? No. But is he talented enough to be a starting quarterback in the National Football League? In my opinion, yes. Those are the things, though, that I think are the difference for him. Simplifying what he needs to see. And then from there, man, the other thing is he's just going to have to really have that confidence thing hit. And you don't know how that works with Mason. We didn't know he was going to play with the type of confidence that he did, but he did. And the other thing is it's contagious. You make a play, now you feel like I believe it more. Mason wasn't as surprised in the third game as he was in the first game. First game, Mason make a play. Oh, he ran all the way down to the end zone. He separated the end zone with dudes. Oh, we did. After that, it was like, bro, we good now, man. We settling in. Like, we're not surprised by his success. We were almost expecting his success. That's the next step also for Kenny. But that comes with time. That's when you've done the first things we talked about, right? Routine stuff routinely. When you do that enough, then you start getting even more confidence. And now you can start taking some of them bigger chances that we really want to see from him. But to act as if, based off what we've seen, that he's not capable of those things, I don't agree with that. And that's why I have a harder time with the people that have like such a hard stance on him right now, because he is talented. He wouldn't have ever got here if he wasn't. But at the same time, he does have to be way more consistent with that routine stuff. And I do think footwork, release point consistency, and his eyes seeing what he's supposed to see will help him, because it's going to slow it down for him, man.
Yeah, I think he's going to work his ass off this offseason. Yeah. I mean, he's going to have to.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if Kenny's the guy that I think he is,
right,
I'm not going to be surprised if he has a good 2024.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if all the stuff that we've spoke from an optimism standpoint, if the reason why he was drafted and all these other intangible things, if that is truly his makeup, we're going to find out. Because this is when he's facing the realest adversity that he's had professionally. And this is when he's really going to have some chips kind of stacked against him for the first time. Him coming here as a draft pick and Mitch being on the roster, nobody looked at Mitch as, bro, you're the guy. You were just the placeholder. We kind of all knew that. This is going to be the first time for Kenny where it's like, yeah, on paper, we putting it in pencil. This ain't no ink pen thing. It's a pencil thing. So he's really going to have to feel what that feels like. And not a lot of quarterbacks at this level have had to deal with that type of, because typically first rounders are the guys. But he's put himself in this position where as the first rounder 3 years later, he's going to have to come in here and feel uncomfortable for a little bit. That's why we got to see how he responds to it, because some dudes respond like how we thinking Kenny can respond.
Yeah.
He going to nut up and get up out this thing and do what he's supposed to. Then you got some of them other cats, man, that they take it personally, they get in their feelings, and before you know it, you like, bro, what were you doing? You've wasted this opportunity. And now you one of these dudes hollering and hating on the young cats, man. So, yeah. You know what happens, bro. You already know what happens, man. You know what happens. You be like, bro, why are you acting like that, man? All because you bitter? Like, come on, man. All because you blew your opportunity. Now you want to hate on the young cat? Don't do that. Yeah. It should be happening. You know that. You know it be happening, bro. I don't be liking that. I'm like, well, y'all gonna come at them like that, bro. They ain't done that to nobody, bro. Chill out. All because you and your feelings.
As Dresden, did Rudolph not play with the same playbook as Pickett? Rudolph had more games without Matt Canada calling those plays, though.
Mason, I think, man, Mason is a dude who's have success and failed in this league, man. When you failed and you've had to work your way back, man, it's just a different mentality. It's a different type of belief. And I just thought that for Mason, number one, I thought he was a lot more cleaner with his footwork. I thought he was a lot cleaner in terms of just seeing what he was supposed to see. But I thought the confidence was the big thing with him, because we know he's always had a big arm. We've seen a couple of the games throughout his tenure where he's gotten a spot start here or there for various reasons, right? We know the arm is there. We know that he's not the most athletic, but we know he's athletic enough that he can pick up some yards with his legs. To me, I just think that he just had that self-confidence, and he also, I think the game slowed down for him. But he also had the luxury of being able to sit for multiple seasons. Kenny, being the first rounder, being the guy with the expectations, he hasn't had that luxury. He's learning on the fly. He's getting evaluated while he is trying to figure out what being a professional football player is, what being a quarterback is, how to lead grown men, because you're not in college no more. College, you the big fish. You the OG. You come to the league, you the pup. And you talking to dudes with grown kids, wives, you know what I'm saying, multi-millionaires. You like, bro, who is you? If you can't even lead yourself, how you going to lead me, man? If you're not even confident in yourself, how you going to be confident? How am I going to have confidence in you, bro? So all of that, you know what I mean? So that's why I do feel like for Mason, that was a part of it, man. He's just done it. And it slowed down. And that's why he looked how he looked. But that's why the question for Mason now is that who you are going forward? Yeah, or was that just this moment? Because that type of confidence, that type of consistency looks like a legit guy.
Yep.
But the problem is we just never saw that for 17 games or even 16 games. Heck, even 10 games. So that's why we are kind of where we are right now, man. But for Kenny, man, I look at him the same way I look at this Mason situation. I'm like, Kenny, why not you next? What's keeping it from being you, man? What's keeping when we start out in September talking about the squad and how they looking early on? What's going to keep us from saying, man, bro, you could tell Kenny got better this offseason, bro. You could just look.
He actually did learn, despite
like,
what he said. From you could
just
bit.
Like you could just tell, man, he's at least going through his reads. He's processing the information the way he's supposed to. He's making the throws he's supposed to. Like, that's the type of stuff that I want to be able to see, because the same way with Mason, was it hard for us to figure out that Mason had got better when he started playing? And these last couple, was it hard? No, it jumped off the screen. I look at Kenny, I'm like, bro, you could do the exact same thing. And in fact, it'll be even louder for you because they actually love you here. We had to talk ourselves into Mason. They love you here, bro.
Yeah.
It ain't going to take long.
Yeah, it's not going to be hard to win people back here.
It would not take long,
or even
bro.
Your receivers. I know we heard Deontay Johnson express his support for Mason. I know a lot of the other offensive players obviously have been supporting Mason through all this. And not saying they're not supporting Kenny Pickett. It's just we know what the offense was looking like. And I get why they were having a certain affinity to Mason at the end of the season. Yeah. But just do the same thing. You'll get all that right back.
Listen,
and maybe
man,
more.
They will love you, man. They will love you. It's quick to get them back for you specifically.
And not even saying like that's what you're seeking, like the fan validation or anything like that. But
bro, you still want to be loved.
yeah,
You don't want to be like, nobody wants to be the forgotten. Nobody wants to be the guy that they're saying, hey, we got better when you got benched.
like
That
you're
is
doing
not
it.
a
You're
fun
ultimately
thing.
doing
Yeah.
it for you, but
Seriously.
the feelings of like, man, maybe I don't have the greatest of supports right now. Like,
Yeah.
it's right. All you gotta do is play good. It's
Yeah.
that simple.
It's literally that, bro. But that's the beauty of the football. That's the beauty of the NFL. It's like, man, you can change your narrative, man. In a season, you could change your narrative in a couple of weeks. You can change your narrative in a game. It's like, bro, you control your destiny, not your coach, not that dude. It's like, bro, you the one actually on that field, man. You actually have control to change the narrative. That was the one thing that I loved about being a player versus when you on that other side as a coach. It's like, man, you can coach to the cows come home. You do not have a hand in it like that, though. When you on that field, bro, it's you. It ain't your coach. It ain't your brother. It ain't your wife. It's you out there, man. And that's the part where it's like, man, Getty, bro, you can change it, bro. Go do it, man. If not, we're going to be over here preaching about the next dude. I'm going to be buying my little man in New Jersey about somebody else. Like, gee, who we like now, man? All right. You know how it go.
Yeah, Kenny, don't be hurting Mike's wallet.
Hey, man, come on, man. I'm trying to keep my Kenny Pickett collection. I got the black. I'm just like, bro, he like you. I rock with you. You know what I'm saying, bro? Come on, man. Yeah, we know them say, know how it go. Come on, man.
Going back to that comment, though, I don't think that's anything opposite of what I said. I think Mason Rudolph was the best quarterback on the Steelers roster last year.
Yeah.
The way he played, he was the best for the Steelers in 2023. But where we're sitting at right now is just trying to decipher what does that mean going forward.
Yeah.
With Kenny's play, with Mason's play, Mason being free, we're trying to gather all that right now and be like, okay, what does it mean? Was it just those 4 games?
Yeah.
Or is that the new Mason? Because if that's the new Mason, you might beat out Kenny Pickett and you might be the starter next year. Because if that was just a flash and Kenny takes what happened at the end of the season and internalizes it, works his ass off, he gets better, then all right, then that's the story for Kenny Pickett. Yeah. We're getting positive out of him. So there's a lot going on right now. It's the off season.
We just started it too.
Yeah. we're not going to get any real definitive answers until September because I'm not taking any stock in the preseason. I'm not taking any stock in training camp. Get that out of here. I'm done.
Come on, bro. Nope. Don't do that, man.
We'll react to it and stuff.
It matters to an extent. It matters. Yeah. It's just not the end all be all, but it does matter though, bro.
John Easton says KP beat Allen, Lamar, Stafford, Love, Levis, and Watson.
Cool. You taking Kenny over all of them then, right? That's your guy. You already know how I feel. So you ain't gonna ask me about it.
I don't like him bringing up the preseason. I don't like him bringing up the preseason.
Deke gonna ride with you. Deke in the car with you. So Deke ride with your boy KP. You put Allen in it. So whenever you put his name in it, that's when I plant my flag. So yeah, you can have that with. You can have that. I ain't even tripping. You can have that one. Yup, you got him. Deke, you in the car with him, bro? Get in the car with John Easton, man.
We gotta talk about these rules for
Deke,
the game.
Deke, go get in the car with KP,
who
man.
You taking game? Like if we, all right, hold on. If the Steelers play Ravens next year, yeah, I think a KP led Steelers team will beat the Ravens.
All right.
I'm not talking about stats. Like I'm not talking about stats. But again, what do you want? What? I want to win the game. And KP's gonna be ain't gonna be holding us back.
So KP could throw for 300. Lamar throw 3 picks and win. We could be over here like, hey man, Lamar won, so he the better player. Come on, bro. You ain't even doing that, man. Stop it.
2 degrees.
Stop it, bro.
It's 2 degrees. You gotta know what you're seeing out there.
Like, come on, bro. You hedging your bet, but
that's why this game's gonna be tough.
Your bet, it is super jakey already. That's all, bro. It's super jakey. You want either the win or you go try to go with the stats. One or the other. It's like, bro, you can't pick and choose. If we go with numbers, or we go on the dub.
Listen. I think Kenny Pickett, if our starter's going to have a good year next year. I'll just leave it at that right now. We have more offseason to get into details.
Yeah, okay.
Right now, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, they're in the top 4.
Yeah.
I talked about that.
But
But then-
it depends on who you asking.
But then I guess what we're talking about is like who you taking though. Like game tomorrow, who you taking, right?
Whatever that name,
I think Kenny Pickett's gonna do good.
ALLEN pops
Like
up.
I'm still rolling with my guy.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, baby. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that. And if I didn't have my guy, it would be a different energy. But I got my guy. The same way you had your guy, you know what that feels like. You got your guy.
Please, Kenny, don't let me down this year.
Man.
Don't let me down.
Don't let you down. Don't let John Easton
My
down
top
either,
my
man.
top 3 call is it's looking tough.
John Easton is with you, though. I can assure you. He is with you. He is in the car. He might be driving the car. Nah, you definitely driving it, but he in the front seat
But
with
it's
the window
it's
down.
funny
He
talking
letting you
about
know,
this,
bro.
and we don't even know what's happening with Mason. Meanwhile, just like last week, I was talking about if Mason comes back, like I'd give him the edge over Pickett right now,
Yeah.
just based off how he played.
Yeah.
Still making an open competition. It's like I want to see more from Mason from those last 4, but then the Pickett side of it's like I would just want to see more from Pickett. Is he more of who I think he actually is versus what I saw in 2023? There's just a different dynamic.
That's
going
a
on right
crazy feeling, bro.
now. Like I weirdly believe
Yeah.
in Mason, but I also believe in Pickett.
Yeah.
What happened?
And they play quarterback and you need them. Yeah.
Yeah. The big bad wolf, Noriega, is back. Hey guys, trade for Fields or draft Daniels, Pratt, Hartman, or Travis.
Let's go.
Not Hartman. Get the hell out of
Let's
here.
go. Let's
Let
go.
Mason be QB1 to groom the new rookie. Kenny can retire already. So that Pratt guy, he's one of those dudes that are being talked about of, like a 4th round prospect. We know Jordan Travis.
Hey.
Sam Hartman now.
Why he didn't bring up Milton, man? TG said Milton the top 5 cat, bro. He go
First
slip
round.
into the top 5, bro. Yeah. TG, I know he gonna find a way to be right too. That's the part that I don't like. He's gonna find a way to be right in the same way you
The way he was talking him up, he kind of almost sold me right there.
Steve, don't
Just
do
being
that,
a first
bro.
round pick. I'm not saying be a guaranteed thing in the
Yeah.
league, but as a first round pick,
Yeah, and after seeing
guess
how
I
the
actually got
Anthony
to see some
Richardson
of the
played
stuff.
out, bro. Yep, I was like, I can see it work.
Milton. All right, that's Noriega's plan though.
I mean, I don't hate it. I like the Fields part. I just don't like what it would probably cost to get him. But we don't even know if Chicago's actually gonna move on just yet. We ain't seen it just yet. Where we at with that?
They're idiots. If the report is true that I saw today that they passed on Jim Harbaugh and like Harbaugh was actually interested in going to the Bears
I didn't see that.
and wanted to like coach Caleb Williams,
You're lying, bro.
they're idiots. No,
They
it's
for
out
real?
there. It's out. There's
That's
I
a
don't know how
report?
true it is. It's
That's a
out
report.
there.
No,
It's out there. Rumor, report, whatever you want to call it. There's something out there.
I'm with you.
If that's true, you're an idiot.
If they decided to go with Ibra,
You're an idiot.
nah.
If
nah, you
Harbaugh
couldn't
said,
have
"I
done that.
want to come here and I want to coach Caleb Williams,"
Yeah, bro.
You're
yeah,
stupid.
Harbaugh's the hottest thing.
you
right
deserve to
yeah, bro.
lose.
Yeah, you're tripping. You're tripping. I hope I hope that's not the case because that's a tough one.
Maybe the chat will back. I saw it today.
Yo,
I saw it
that's
somewhere.
a tough one if that's the case, bro.
AJ Martinez says Mason is the wolf, and the Steelers want 8 to play no matter what. Apollo Creed. Okay, so he's kind of like predicting how it plays.
Okay,
out,
okay.
Not what he would do. Apollo Creed before Drago destroyed him. LOL. We need first, second, and third quarter Kenny.
Ivan Drago, one time for the culture. If you know, you know. Shout out to Apollo Creed. Living in America. Yeah, that was a vibe. So I get that before Drago. Yeah, because it got real bad in that fight. All right, I like it though. No matter, I like it, man. I like it. I ain't tripping on it. Hey, shout out to Stills Girl 517. She pulled up. She said, I'm super late, but I'm here. LOL.
Okay.
So, hey, salute you, Steelers Girl 517. You know we always got time for you. Salute you. Hope all is well on your end.
S. Dresden, trust no grown man that wears a baseball hat backwards. LOL.
That's like the OG right there. That's the OG talk. R.I.P. to my father. Like, he was on that energy,
Really?
bro. I swear, he'd be like, bro, guys wear their hats backwards. And
You know that's a shot at Kenny Pickett, right?
I don't know, bro.
That's definitely a shot at Pickett.
Problem was this, man.
There's many quarterbacks out there that have worn their hat
D,
backwards.
can I tell you a
and
secret,
won
D?
Super
Can I tell you a
Bowls.
secret,
Big
D?
Ben?
D, can I tell you a
Brady?
secret? D, can I tell you a secret? I started wearing my hat backwards low key when I was around. I was like, keep the peace. OG said he would like it backwards. All right, don't matter. I'm sorry.
End up in my house. It doesn't matter.
Trust.
Put it on forward, all right?
I thought trust. One of the things for trust was just look a man in their eye when you're shaking their hand.
Yeah, look when I shake him.
Hat backwards.
Man. He's like, bro, you can't have that backwards.
Stretch. Trust is a big word,
Bro, that's like an old.
That's a
school.
meaningful
that's
word.
Old school, bro. It's old school. They be like backwards. He ain't want no backwards. He put back on backwards. I'm like, what? Sorry. Front, not cock. Not
Stafford wears his hat backwards, right?
Hey man, depending on how you look at, bro.
Won a Super Bowl. That was a shot at Kenny, though. I just wanted to read between the lines there and let you know. AJ Martinez, nobody likes being wrong, especially management. They're going to give 8 2 more years. Winning should be all that matters. I don't care who the QB is. I agree with that. I agree with winning should be all that matters. I don't think they're giving him 2 more years. Like, automatically. I think they're going to give him this year. I think they're going to give him this competition. I think it's going to lean Kenny. He's going to have to show out and prove why he deserves to be the starter still. But I think they're going to give Kenny the chance this year. Yeah. But I don't think there's any guarantees after that.
Yeah, and AJ, man, I would agree. There is nothing wrong with game managers, right? We've talked about this. That's the whole Ryan Tannehill, Kirk Cousins. Oh, you're bad quarterbacks. It's like, no, they're not. They work. You win a lot of games with them. They can have you be very successful in the right situation. The only reason why I agree with Deke as well about not giving Kenny 2 years, even though we are winning with him, is because of the quality of the style of the wins. And when we talk about the road narrowing for postseason, has what he's shown to this standpoint, is that truly going to be enough to even get out of the AFC, let alone win a Super Bowl? That's part of, for me, why I don't think it's just this foregone conclusion that he gets 2 years. I do think we're going to have to see a noticeable uptick from him. The same way we were looking at Mason and we noticed like, this is definitely a different feeling, a different player that we're watching right now. For Kenny, it's going to have to be similar to that. I don't think it's just this guarantee he gets 2 more seasons here, man.
AJ Martinez gifted 5 most memberships to
Man,
Charlie
AJ
Brown,
in his bag.
Big
Just
Tiny, Michael
cook.
G, Jack Bauer,
Cook.
and Somber.
Just cook that. AJ, you a rough man. Keep cooking, AJ. You know we grateful for you with the extra seasoning. Scrape the pot. And to all them people that Deke just named, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And John Easton, it's not about caring about style points, but think about the actual style. Not the style points. Style points is for like people to talk about on social media. We don't care about that. But the actual style that we are winning with. You watch these games that we've been watching these past 2 weeks. Is that style of play going to keep up and surpass these type of teams that we're watching? With the various levels of quarterback play, from a Mahomes, a Lamar, to a Tua, to a Dagon, Jared Goff, and a Stafford. The way that we had been under him, that's not going to consistently get it done when we're talking about that road narrowing for a Super Bowl. So that's the big reason why for me it's not a style point. It's just the style in which we are winning games. It's a
Give us what
regular
Mason
season.
gave us.
Correct.
Like, that can win games.
Correct. That wins in the
Playoff games.
postseason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kenny wins you regular season games right now, and you can get away with that in the regular season. But when it's the postseason,
But even that has been rocky.
It has.
I'll admit
has,
that.
man.
I admit
It
that.
has,
There
bro.
were some games the margin
It
for error is
has.
thin.
Yeah.
But with Mason, we're putting up these 30-point games.
It gives you more freedom, more leeway. Hey, that player can make a great play and it doesn't kill us. We
But
don't
what
have
I'm
to
saying
say
is
one
like
great play ended it.
Kenny's capable of doing what Mason did.
He definitely is.
Maybe different styles in each of their quarterback plays. Like, is Mason throwing the ball
They're
down the
both-
field like Mason?
In general, they're
deep.
both capable of giving you QB1 quality play.
Yeah.
I agree with you, yes.
I think that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying
Yeah.
Kenny can't make some of those Mason throws, but I don't. That just really hasn't been his style.
Yeah.
Up to this point. I mean, he was throwing the ball deep in that Bengals game, though,
Mm-hmm.
working the middle of the field. But I think that's more of like how we saw Kenny in
That looks
his
like the
Bengals
best
game
version of
versus
him.
Mason Bengals
Yes.
game.
Mason
We got
is-
the same, like, all right, we're moving the ball, offense looks good.
Mm-hmm.
But Mason was like, they were more like one hit type of things.
Yeah.
Kenny, we were more methodical. Like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, we're picking up this first down. Working move,
Mason
middle
going
of the field.
headshot you.
And then we get a
Kenny
Pickens
sniping you.
Deontay on the outside.
Yeah. Kenny looked like he want to snipe you, bing, 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 then hit you. Mason, yeah, he want to drop it on you. Hey, girl, come here. Boom, and we trying to get you. Yeah.
Jamal Curtis, if Kenny was in this draft, which round would he be drafted?
Hold on. Say it again.
If Kenny was in this draft, what round would he be drafted?
I still think he goes in the second, worst case. Plays quarterback, man. You got to remember, him coming out of the pit, bro, he was still cooking. The conversation was based on everybody else in the class who would be the first guy taken. But quarterbacks are still a hot commodity. This dude still was one of them Heisman finalists coming out. He still was a good player coming out. We can't act like quarterbacks don't go up. I'm taking Kenny Pickett over J.J. McCarthy. How about that?
Yeah.
And we know J.J. McCarthy is what? Second round at worst? Low key, I'm taking Kenny Pickett over Michael Penix coming out right now. I look at them very similar in terms of when they were coming out, older players, super duper seniors, really, really got nice on the back end. But Kenny was more healthy coming out his final season than Penix is. So those are two dudes right there that me personally, I'm taking Kenny over if he was in this draft class based off of his final year at Pitt when he won the ACC and threw for all that. Let's not act like that did not happen, baby. I'm agree with you about they might have better pro careers, but in terms of his senior year, that's what we specifically talking about. I'm taking Kenny over them two dudes. Yeah, J.J. McCarthy can win the Natty. That's fine. That ain't move my needle on him, man. But that's just me.
I think that's fair. I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Like I said, that's me.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Butcher Bergen, Zofo 11 QBs with 7 game-winning drives. Pickett, Burrow, Kaepernick. Bridgewater, this has to be a fake stat if you're throwing Bridgewater in there. Mark Malone, LOL. Is that total? Like,
no, so think about it like
this got to be their career.
No, so
this is a positive for Pickett then.
I don't know, bro.
I think it is. It
I
must
don't know,
be
bro.
7 game winning drives total.
I don't know if this is better for him, bro.
each of these guys, they all have 7.
I don't know, bro.
I think that's a positive.
That
Pickett's
ain't-
only been in the league 2 years, been injured. We obviously view Burrow as clutch.
You think that's a good list?
Outside
Outside of Burrow.
it's an interesting list. I think Bridgewater's been in the league for a while. So like Pickett doing that in 2 years is obviously more impressive than Bridgewater 7 and how many years he did it.
No, bro. This shit kind of weird to me, bro. I don't like this one, man. I don't like this one, Deke. I think they try to set you up, Deke. This Butcher Bergen, can you clarify? Are you backhanding compliments?
I think he's just throwing stats
or
out
is
there.
this for real, man? Yeah. Because I don't know. The names just kind of felt a little weird to me. It just.
I think that was kind of a compliment.
Yeah. And Tito Good Vibes, man. Big Bad Wolf. Trust me, man. Ain't nothing against Michael Penix, man. Michael Penix definitely a good player. We just simply saying who would I take based off of the senior year. That's it, baby.
Well, also,
but Penix still a good
you
player.
bring up
Don't
a
get
good
it
point
twisted,
about the injury, the injury concerns.
No,
with Penix.
but I gave you what I gave you. Penix still a good player. Just because I say I'm taking him over him doesn't mean he don't have a strong arm, doesn't have accuracy and all the other stuff. I'm just simply saying, bro, they both are super seniors. One was healthier. They both were Heisman finalists, man. One has already proven that he's a first round pick because he went in the first round. So I'm just like, that's all. I ain't tripping on it, but you can feel strong about him. I ain't tripping on him either, baby. All right? But that's kind of my thought process with it. But I do like Penix, though. Don't get it twisted. I do like him, baby.
The Big Bad Wolf, Noriega is back, says, I think it was more of Kenny than Canada. Like how Canada is supposed to get jiggy with that shit. We set up Canada for failure. Retired Kenny.
Hey, yo, I can't get jiggy with this. I can't get jiggy with this. You bit it, bro. What you doing? That's a Friday reference, man. That's next Friday, bro. When you watch next Friday, you learn. I can't get jiggy with this. Bro.
I might not see next
it?
Friday for like another 2-3 years.
You was chewing on this. What is this, bro? Yeah.
A2A style. Unless you had anything to say with that.
I missed it, man. Just
he
the
was
kid,
saying
the Kenny. He's like that. He can't get jiggy with it. It was he sabotaged Canada, and Canada sabotaged him. Heck yeah.
Nah.
It is funny though.
I'm not going.
This is funny, man.
I'm not. A2A style says maybe I'm rushing KP8 and he needs a few more years because it did take him 5 years to get it right at Pitt. Only thing is this ain't Pitt or the ACC.
can't fight that one. That's hard to fight that one. Yeah. That's hard to
It
fight
took
that
Burrow a while too.
There you go. Touche. Touche.
It took Burrow a while.
Touche,
and
man.
like that is college.
That's accurate, bro.
We're,
Yeah.
we're talking the pros now,
Mhm.
so
I'm with you, bro.
development can be different. Pros versus college, like just naturally, you're a different person. And those type of stuffs. Who else? I mean, Penix. There you go. Another one. Jaden Daniels, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think Daniels had a good. He was actually pretty decent last year. I could be wrong though. Jay Swizzle, what are the chances of our wide receiver room looking the same next season? 0. We're gonna bring someone in.
Yeah.
Someone.
Who do you think is on the out then? I think because we said what Allen Robinson.
I
was
think
the
Calvin
dude.
Austin stays for sure.
Yeah. I
For
think
special
A-Rob is
teams.
the one potentially
Yeah,
where we
he's
see some
gone.
movement.
Is Boykin around for special teams?
Because he's been that guy as the gunner, the heyday of the group.
That would really be it. Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
get like 2 new receivers in here.
Yeah.
Draft a guy and bring a guy in free agency.
Mhm.
AJ Martinez, I want space and Mason. Number 2 for all of you, but the boss won't allow us to breathe easy and actually not have a heart attack during games.
It's true.
Tomlin is addicted to the heart attack fourth
He like
quarters.
it. You know he like that, bro. He get off on it, man. He like it a lot.
A2A Style says, is it just Pittsburgh area fans that love Kenny the way they do because he played
Mhm.
at Pitt and had one good year? Everyone outside of the 412 sees the QB differently.
Yes, A2A style. I would like to confirm that is a very accurate assessment of the situation surrounding Kenny
There's
Pickett.
a lot of people that don't like him here, though, either.
Well, it's shifted to that because we weren't Pitt people. So when the Pitt people were kind of extra heavy-handed forcing it on us, now we all are kind of like, all right, bro, y'all said it was this. Now we really want to get at you. So, yeah, man. But if you are a Pitt dude from Pittsburgh, yeah, you swear by him, man. He could go to Giant Eagles right now and they're going to still love him in there, all right? He goes somewhere where it ain't local, like a Walmart. They can be like, hey, bro, hold on, man. We got to talk about this, man. All right? So that's kind of where we at with it, okay? Shout out to Kitty, though, bro.
Staying with KPA.
Shout out to Kitty, man. Shout out to Kitty, bro. Shout out to Kitty.
Still in his corner.
Where'd you go to school? You said Pitt, right?
I did go to Pitt. Graduated from there, yeah.
H2P, baby. H2P.
Shout out to all the alumni out there. Let's get a stadium down in Oakland.
There it is.
AJ Martinez, yo, the one and only Barbarian spoke to me.
Hey, let's go.
He says, I'm not worthy, my brother Barbarian. Super beast.
Hey, man, bro. Bearing with the voice of the podcast.
Yeah.
Everybody know what time it is when he tapping. We go, oh, all right. Yes, sir.
Hi, lost my name. Says, if TJ doesn't win Depoy, do we right?
Hey, I lost my name. I think so. Did you see the cryptic tweet that he put out, though?
No.
It wasn't all the way cryptic, but it was kind of like a message like, y'all don't believe. They don't. You know what I'm saying? Basically alluding to the people that are on this Myles Garrett jibber jabber. It's like, all right, cool. If that's the way
So there
y'all
was an
gonna go,
award that won in his favor. He got the AFC Depoy.
You ain't like it, though. You poo-pooed on it yesterday. Yeah.
No. He got the AFC Depoy. Myles Garrett got the
Writers Player of the Year.
Depoy.
Yeah.
That was like the
Yeah.
NFL Depoy.
Good call. Yeah.
So AFC Depoy,
you
that's
go.
something there. Obviously,
Yeah.
Myles Garrett's in contention for the AFC Depoy. At least
Yeah.
it's a good sign. I'm just going off signals and signs here.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, like I said yesterday, it's literally insanity.
That's like
if he
they're
doesn't
trying to
win.
give him Offensive Player of the Year instead of MVP. Here, take the AFC Defensive Player of the Year award, bro.
if he does not win, man, I'll tell you what.
We gonna find out in what, 2 weeks? Yeah, we find out.
That'd probably be one of the biggest
Man.
robberies and awards I've
We are
seen
gonna
in a
find
long
out
time.
in 2 weeks, man. Nah. That ain't the biggest robbery. The biggest robbery gonna be this MVP if Josh ain't winning. That's the biggest robbery. That's what I'm talking about, bro.
Really?
I don't know how I feel about it, man. I think both of them dudes should be winning. I think it should be a Josh and
You-
TJ party.
You know Lamar's deserving though.
I ain't said, but that's like saying, Myles Garrett, he's
He ain't.
still deserving. He's in
He
the
ain't.
convo, bro. Yeah.
No, not on TJ's level.
He's in the convo. I don't think he's on his level, but he's in the convo. We can't just act like he ain't in the convo. He's in the convo.
I actually don't know what's going to happen with the Depoy. What do you think happens with the MVP?
I think it's Lamar. I think they're gonna do Lamar and Myles Garrett, honestly, bro. because just not because I believe that they
Right,
should,
you think
but
it's
I just
gonna
think
happen.
the way that the media has talked about it dang near the last month.
It's been insane.
Yeah, bro. It's like if Purdy would have had it, bro, if Purdy wouldn't have had a bad, they would have rocked with him, bro. Because the media machine was getting behind it, and that's what they were pushing. The Niners were winning. That was what they were pushing up until.
No one was stepping up, so like I kind of would have understood if he would have won.
You see what I'm saying?
No one was stepping up.
But you see what I'm
like
saying?
that.
That's the nonsense, bro. That's the stuff that I'm like, yo, that's absolutely crazy to be, bro. When I heard Purdy was up, I'm like, why? Because he's winning. That's
Well, he was putting up all those stats. Like he had all the best
Bro,
quarterback stats at the
with
time.
you.
Like
At
it was
the
with a
time,
month ago in the
yeah,
season.
it's like, bro,
No one else was stepping up like that. I'm
Like-
just saying at
like I
the
said,
time,
man,
the last
like
month
it's-
played out differently. Not, and I'm not even
I'm not,
saying
no, I'm
Purdy's
with you on
better
that.
than a
Yeah,
lot
I'm
of
with
these
you. I'm with you
quarterbacks.
on that. I ain't even on
But
that. I'm not
just
even
for
on that.
the
Yeah.
individual season to
Right.
win the MVP.
But that was what they were trying to push that. So that's why I'm like, now that you've seen it shift from that to Lamar, I just feel like that's the machine, bro. It's going to be Lamar. And I feel like the way that it ended regular season for him, you couldn't contest anything. Because with Josh, you still had the turnover argument. Lamar ended it on a crazy high versus the Dolphins in prime time to lock up the 1 seed and set out the final game. So from there, it's just like, man, you give me all this hype and then you do this and now you get to walk off. It's like you fighting the machine regardless of how much stats I'm going to holler about over here. That's the machine you fighting against. Shoot, who was the writer? They literally said the other day, was like, yo, he's already turned his ballot. It was like, yo, I'm Myles Garrett over TJ. You're like, bro, no, if and no, that's who you
Idiot.
want. It's like, bro, what? So when I see that type of stuff, that's the stuff that I'm like, yo, it's going to be Lamar, it's going to be Myles, man. Because everybody is the media pushing that stuff, and that's what they already, man. National media talks about every single, bro, they talk about it as if it's already a done deal. Lamar, the 2-time MVP. Well, Myles Garrett, man, that's, favorite to be the daggone depot. You're like, dang, how's he favorite? Just because you said it? What makes him the favorite?
No one has an explanation.
Listen, just
Literally
because
no
they keep
one does.
saying it does not mean it's the favorite. Just because they keep saying it does not mean it's true. But they keep saying it until it's like, yo, it makes sense now. You're like, huh? And that's why when we've come in here these past, and I'm like, yo, maybe it's the left tackle. Maybe it's because of this. Maybe it's because of that. Heck, I don't know. Maybe they're looking at this. Because I'm trying to figure it out my dang so, bro.
Yeah.
But whenever they keep saying that, and every time you turn on ESPN, every time you turn on First Take, every time you watch Get Up, every time you watch NFL Network, every time they talk about them dudes, it's a foregone conclusion. Lamar, man, he's just waiting to be named a 2-time MVP. Future 2-time MVP. You're like, God, dog, bro. I get it when y'all say he was the 1 seed. I got that part, but it's like, yo, that was the argument. That was it. Just as long as you was 1 seed, the rest of it don't matter. That's what I'm saying. But when I look at the Myles Garrett, I'm like, well, what's the difference? Because statistically, what's the difference? We gonna say TJ numbers, trash Myles Garrett numbers. I'm over here hollering about Josh Allen numbers, trashing Lamar Jackson numbers. And we both over here saying what? Those dudes are the favorite, though.
I think quarterback, little bit more gray area.
No,
I do.
No, because they're gonna throw the wins. But the
I
gray
do.
area was, oh, you're the 1 seed. Well, what's the difference when you're the 2 seed then? Because now we can't say it's winning. Because you're 1 win more than this dude. But
it was what, 3 wins?
yeah, I think it was, yeah, because
It
they
was
had
a
it set
fair
up.
amount
Yeah.
of wins.
But they were the 1 seed. They were the 1 seed. And I'm with you on that. But once again, you're saying that the 1 seed is more important than the 2 seed. Fair. But all of these other numbers from this 2 seed quarterback trash this 1 seed quarterback. But because he's the 1 seed, that matters the most. So with Myles Garrett, hey, TJ, you got all these numbers, but guess what? He go versus left tackles. Left tackles matter more than right tackles, bro. It could literally be that, man. I don't agree with any of it, but it could literally be just cut as dry as that. Lamar on the 1 seed team.
You can
get
understand
it?
Lamar getting it over Josh Allen. Though.
You can understand Myles Garrett getting over TJ?
No, I can't comprehend Myles Garrett getting it over TJ. I literally can't.
Okay.
I literally can't.
If you can, Josh has a bigger gap on Lamar than TJ has on Myles, bro. Because everything is apples to
Yeah, I know,
apples
but
except right
We're
tackle
talking
versus
about
left
the
tackle.
quarterback position.
But
Like
that's what I'm
this-
saying.
it's-
Everything
I think
is
it's a little bit
apples
more
to
gray area.
apples except one is that. What is the difference between Lamar and Josh in terms of when they go into a game? So we're not saying that, oh, he faces the weaker defense or he faces the weaker this side. It's like, no, they facing the same units.
No, but it goes back to the conversation we were having yesterday, like conducting a team.
I'm with you,
Like
bro.
I think Lamar did a better job of conducting his team
And that's
to
fine.
victories throughout this season.
If we talking conducting teams, that's cool.
I'm saying who
But
was
that
the
does
baddest
matter.
dude out there on that field? It was Josh this year. To me, that's all I'm saying.
He put up a ton of numbers, but
So what is the MVP award for? Because if I'm
No,
looking for
it's-
the
to
best
me, it's
team,
not
dude, I'm like,
numbers.
give it to Brock Purdy.
I
then.
think that's more offensive
Yeah.
player of the year type of stuff. Is
Fair enough.
the straight numbers.
that's fair
I think MVP is a little bit more like gray area of what values he bringing. Like
So-
you look a little bit past the stats.
So once again, though, you give me all of that, and he was the 1 seed. Josh gave me all of that and was the 2 seed. That's still where my disconnect is. It's not like the Bills
He
with a
should be
4
two.
seed.
He's- I mean, he's two.
Like,
Like he
well,
should be
a finalist.
two.
Yeah, TJ
Yeah.
will probably be a finalist as well. He should be a finalist. He's probably gonna be in 2.
They announced it today. Yeah.
The TJ is a finalist, right?
Yeah.
Good. Who else? There was just the 2, or
The
they did Mike in there as
usual
well.
guys. Yeah.
for
Micah,
sure.
Garrett, TJ.
Who were the
two other
finalists at
guys.
QB then, or for MVP? They do CMC. in there?
Purdy was thrown in there. I think McCaffrey was.
That's dope.
Lamar,
Did
Josh.
Tyreek get any or no?
It might have been Dak. I don't think
Oh.
Tyreek was in there. It might have been Dak.
Okay.
JPJ got the nod for Defensive Rookie of the Year finals.
Let's go. Salute him on that, man. Let's get it, man. I like it, man. That's big time.
Jamin Zeno. Breaking news. Raheem Morris will become the new head coach of Atlanta, and Zach Robinson is rumored to go with him as the next OC of the Falcons. That makes sense because of the Rams connection.
They definitely got the connection, but
Wow.
obviously for us, that was one of the names that we were
All right.
potentially interested in.
It's time to rule out the money for Kingsbury. We can't be left
Yo,
empty-handed right now.
wow. Who dropped that chat
We
right
still
there?
haven't interviewed Kingsbury.
Who
either,
dropped
though.
that chat, by the way? Who dropped the nugget? Who was that to give us the nugget right
I
there?
deleted their super.
Dang, bro. Salute you, bro. Salute you, man. I like that. Yeah, it makes perfect sense that Zach would go there too, man. Oh, I love it for that tandem. That makes sense. But yeah, I'm with you now, Deke. We need to, all right, let's not waste too much time now because everybody's starting to get their dance partners. Now, we ain't trying to just go for anybody, Deke, but at the same time, we don't want to get left on the sidelines. We want to participate, okay? So, yeah, might be that time, man.
A2A Stout says, Deke, you are the reason I feel the way about KPA because you hyped him up as if he was 7.
Ooh.
Then when I watch him play, I just see him as a starter in the league, which is good, but you were screaming elite. If you say he's a good quarterback, I'm good with that. I thought he was going to be elite this year. I thought he was going to be an elite company.
It happens, bro.
I still think he has the ability to. So I'm not backing off of his ceiling. I'm not. Does it happen as quickly as I want? I don't know, but let's just. I'm humbled. I am taking it game at a time again. That's what I did the last month of this season, and it kind of worked out for us.
It worked in a major way, bro.
So I'm humbled a little bit. I'm gonna be in not complete wait and see mode with Kenny, but I'm gonna be patient. I think this off season, and then week 1 hits. That's when our evaluation starts. But I am standing on that he's going to have a good season for us. Yes. Can he reach elite? Yes. Will he? That's what we're here for.
They like when you start throwing elite, they start coming at you. They was good on everything until you said the elite part. Y'all leave him alone, man. I think I'm with you, bro. Like, we're gonna see though. That's a big thing. The jury is out on him.
Like, you know
Yeah,
what
the
guys were
jury's out, man.
considering elite, right? Like,
Yeah.
would you consider Trevor Lawrence elite? Like, what can't Kenny Pickett do to get to a Trevor Lawrence status?
Respect.
Like, come on. I think the door's open for a lot of quarterbacks to get into like that top 10 range.
Now you do know they love Tannehill's traits though. I mean, not Tannehill. They love Trevor Lawrence traits. Though.
Sure,
You know,
but what's he done? Like, let's just be real.
Yeah.
What's he done?
He got a playoff window.
Yeah.
He got a playoff win.
Yeah. Sure, but
They choked down the stretch this year.
everyone and everyone's probably still gonna
Yeah.
have him in the top 10.
You're right. They are, but they definitely stunk it up down the back end, bro. Think about that, man. They went from, are they going to be a 1 seed to not even being in the dance, man? And they got to have a game they lost to the Titans, bro.
CJ Stroud probably got into the top 10 for sure this year. I'll put him in the top 10 in my rankings probably.
Talk about CJ Stroud only gets in your top 10 when you was giving Kenny top 3.
Well, remember with Kenny, mine was a prediction going into that. That was the one I made the
What's your prediction?
stipulation for.
So what's your prediction for CJ then?
I don't have much skin in the game with him, so I don't. I mean, he's just top 10. Yeah, he's probably gonna have a good. He'll be around that range.
Okay, because I was like, man, you had me. I'm like, yo, if that's what you projected with. I'm like that. We just seen with that look crazy this year.
Yeah, he looked good. Does he regress? I mean, it's a new season.
I would have said that boy with a playoff game
much
and everything.
Does he regress? Does he stay the same? Does he improve? No, I expect him to improve.
Yeah.
And what does that mean compared to all the other quarterbacks in the league? He'll be in that top 10, right? I thought Kenny was going to be up there. I did. I'm sorry. Didn't make the jump I thought.
I can dig it, man. I can dig it.
Okay, I think that's it for the Super Chats.
I just raised about 652, bro. We ain't even tripping. It's all good.
The agents next week, you're saying?
We're gonna get them on Monday, bro.
Next week, and we react to the Mason interview.
Absolutely. All right. So there you have it. Because yeah, it is 650. So I ain't finna get in trouble today. I'm vibing now. What is it? 1 in 3 right now, guys? You don't know what he meant by that. I was trying to see what that meant. I ain't know what that was, man. So yeah. Today was a vibe, bro. Shout out to Drippy Sweater Deke, man. See what he look like out here, man. That's the vibe today. All right, so that will do it for today's show since it is 650. Y'all know I'm trying to keep, the married household married and happy. All right, so I ain't gonna push my limits. I'm gonna stay in line. All right, I take coaching real well. So, shout out to Christian 15213. You got the last super that just came in.
You want to read it?
ACC championships are a fraud. KP8 and Trevor Lawrence are busting. How you feel about that? Because I have heard people talk about that ACC championship, and they be like, well, it's just it ain't that crazy. I just didn't know how you felt about the ACC championships and what you thought of like that.
We just play the opponents that are in front of us.
Yeah.
That's all. Weren't they just talking up Sam Hartman?
They were.
Didn't Kenny
Hartman
beat him in the ACC championship? So, I mean, come on.
This is true, man.
Come on.
This is true. All right. Yeah, Tyler from the 334. He called us out.
Where's my man Rod Dollars at? He's an FSU fan.
Yeah, Rod.
What's he got to say about
Rod
that?
was piecing us out when I was making the final, but I think he says Deke Cosby. That's what he called you because you was having some craziness going on today, man. But Tyler from the 334, while we waiting on Rod to pull back up, he did call us out. He said, how we not going to speak on the first topic that we've had since Monday? Man, when you say it like that, it does sound pretty daggone bad, all right? Yeah, but I blame y'all. It's a great bad problem, okay? We run into these issues because we have such an awesome community of people that love to chat. And then y'all are also willing to do super chat, so we put priority on anything that y'all are gonna spend your money to have talked about. Me and Deke said, if y'all gonna spend your money to have us talk about it, that takes way more priority than some of the stuff that me and him could just be talking about. So that's why this topic has kept lingering, all right? But we're gonna get to it on Monday.
If you really want this topic, someone should super chat it.
What
do you guys think about all of the unrestricted Steelers free agents?
Do it on Monday because it's 6:53, all right? So do it on Monday. That's the thing, 6:53 day, all right?
Maybe give your own opinion too. You could drop your own rankings of which guys you'd prioritize, which guys you'd want to resign, and which guys you'd let walk.
When they brought up some of the linebacker or draft prospects earlier, that's when I was able to talk about Trotter in there. It was like, I needed to talk about him anyways. So it was perfect. So, yeah, all right, but not today, all right, because it got the route, all right?
SD Ninja says non-paid comments matter too.
And we get them too, heck yeah. But that'd be
I just read one.
Look, you see the balance in here, all right? You see the balance, so let's go, okay? So, yeah, man. Tyler from the 334 did say we got to get the picks. All right, so we will do this because there's only 2 games this week that we got to get picks on, bro.
Okay.
All right, so we can do this one. Okay. Let me make sure I put the right graphic up here. I was about to put up the...
But the season's over. I got the dub.
Yes.
I got the chip.
He has officially won. There is nothing I can do this week, okay? But we're going to get these picks in real quick for you, Christian Manzi, for you, and because Jaire Pittsburgh still for life consistently kept up with the scoring predictions and the rankings, man. We definitely appreciate you.
Gonna get you, man. I gotta take care of you. I gotta get you right, man. But I definitely appreciate you, man. From the heart. From the heart.
So I'll keep the Chiefs Ravens one easy. I'm going Chiefs with the points. I think that's plus 3.5.
Plus 3.5. All right. And Lamar, I trust. You know, I like Lamar Jackson. I love Lamar, bro. That's why I don't be liking when we do this talk, because it's like I gotta go against the guys that I actually like do personally. Like, I'm a big time Lamar Jackson fan. Like, massive Lamar Jackson fan. I love when my man G was like that. I like him. I'm like, yes, that makes two of us, son. Find a way to get him to Pittsburgh.
It's 4. It's at 4 now. Plus 4. So I'll take the extra half.
That's
DraftKings official. Look at that.
What you doing?
DraftKings official.
Why is it moving? Why I do that?
I don't know, but I'll take the extra half point.
I thought we confirmed
people don't believe in Mahomes.
We confirmed it at 3.5. I do. They know what I do.
They don't believe Mahomes.
I do. All right. I believe. All right. So I go Lamar. All right.
I got Mahomes and the Chiefs. Yeah.
So
Niners, Lions. Niners -7. Lions +7.
Give me Detroit.
Yeah.
Give me Detroit, man.
All right.
Give me Detroit.
I'll go Niners. Like, emotionally, I got a weird feeling about the Lions. Maybe it's just because I watched one of Campbell's post-game locker room rants that was like, I think this team actually feels like they belong here. They're not just gonna say, oh yeah, good thing we made it to the NFC Championship and lay down or anything. I think he's got those dudes believing.
Oh, I do too. I just don't think they're gonna lose by more than 7. I think that they're gonna cover.
I think the logical pick is the Niners. I can see the Niners just smoking them.
I could as well. I can see them whooping the heck out of them, but I can see Detroit slowing it down, making it close enough where it's just interesting, because Goff is going to be able to score. I think Goff is going to be able to score.
I like these picks. Now, neither of us have the script, though. TG's the one that said he got the script.
He did have the script, bro.
He went Baltimore and he went Niners.
Niners, yeah.
So I got Chiefs and Niners.
Yeah.
Rematch, Super Bowl rematch then.
Yeah.
And you got the 2 new teams in.
Yeah. So we're going to see, man.
Lions.
We're going to see, baby. We're going to see. All right.
Well, no, you don't have the Lions winning.
No. I'm
script.
taking the pick. You're taking the pick.
You got the script for the straight up.
Yeah.
You're going Ravens, Niners.
I think it's Ravens, Niners, bro.
Is it because of the script?
I'm not agreeing with the script. I just think the matchups, bro. Yeah.
If this happens, Ravens, Niners, that script talk's getting weird.
And it's bad because personally, I wanted to take Mahomes because Mahomes just beat my quarterback. So since I can't get that, I'm like, I'm gonna just go with Lamar because it's my next one that I like. I don't like the Ravens though, but I like Lamar. So here we go, man. Here we go.
Yeah,
but
I'll go Chiefs Niners outright wins even too. But yeah, with our picks and the points, I'll take the +4 and the -7.
I like it. Well, all right then.
Almost 7:00.
Eventually, we're gonna get about this thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just tell wife like, babe, I don't know what happened, bro. I know I just talked to Deke for 2 hours earlier today too. I don't know. Just blame it on Kobe. All right. So with that being the case, y'all hit that like button one last time. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so. But either way, y'all stay safe out there. We appreciate the heck out of each and every one of y'all. And until next time, baby.
Peace.